Welcome along, everybody. It is time for the Scudetto showdown at the Maradona between Napoli and Inter. It's so good to have you with us for this watch-along. I'm Poppy Miller alongside Nigel Reo-Coker, Mike Grella, and Marco Messina is here. Nigel said earlier, this is it. This match is going to define who wins the Scudetto. You still feel that way, Nigel, even though the Italian boys have gone against you?
I've had an opinion and I've stuck by my opinion and I gave some valid points by my opinion. That's all I can do. You know, if these guys want to sit on the fence, that's it. But by the way, last time we had a watch party.
Then the schedules came up and he goes, oh, I don't know.
By the way, last time we had a watch party,
it
was the Englishmen that bought cheese and little starters.
That's true.
The two traditional Italian boys who dress alike like they were separated at birth bring absolutely
Apart from
nothing.
one of them that's got the rattlesnake around his
He's got the Steve Irwin tie. Don't forget,
He
that's
didn't
what we're
read the room
trademarking.
today.
Mary Poppins
I
over
do
there.
have focaccia sandwiches, but they're in my car.
I'll go get them in a second.
Are you going to really get them?
Yeah, I'm going
have to get them.
It was last-minute sandwiches because Grella said he was hungry. So then he's like,
No,
sandwiches.
I forgot that they were in my car. My mom made a couple.
They're probably
I'm
not
hungry.
that many, though.
I'm hungry. I want a mortadella sandwich, and then I want to watch Inter eat Napoli.
I'll tell you what I want to do.
We're not putting that out there.
I want you to take off that tie and learn to read the room.
Dude, this is a tie from Milan, actually. You guys made me think about it, and I'm like, it's actually a nice tie. It's a good tie.
Milan on Canal Street.
It's better than no tie.
I must say
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
We should ask the people to start. Do they agree with Nigel that if one of these teams wins, they go on and win the
So you're going to
Scudetto?
ask about Grella's tie.
Or, well, that too. We could have a poll for
Let's
that.
do two
Or
polls.
do you think it's not that decisive? I think it's decisive if Napoli loses, though. If
Well,
Inter
let's
wins,
see
that's
what the-
decisive.
let's see what the
But I think
fans
if
think.
Napoli wins, that doesn't mean they're going to win the Scudetto.
You know, it's an Italian saying. It's called la via avanti. You do the road before you walk it. You put brick by brick before you walk on the road. He's already starting. With Napoli, and it's decisive if Inter win. He's doing the bricks for the walkway that he's got to walk.
I gotta teach you guys.
Get ready to walk.
I gotta teach you guys.
Now it's time to walk.
No, Inter better kill them. For as bad as you say Napoli are and Inter are, they better kill them.
See, we're in for a spectacle.
We're not normally allowed to watch Napoli play with Marco because he has to sit in the same seat every week in a different room away from everybody else. So this is actually the first time for what?
First time in a long time that we've
Because
watched.
you're very negative. This group is very negative.
Name
when I'm
names.
watching the game.
Name names.
All
Don't
of
make-
you too.
Name names.
You come
Don't
in
make
when
big-
Napoli concedes. Look.
Okay, we're 30 seconds in. Let's, before we get any further, do predictions, shall we? Grella, who have you got winning today?
I think the game could end up, very well end up, 2-1. I think Inter are conceding more goals. When they won the Serie A, they conceded only 22 goals. They've conceded 24 already. So they are a team that is not as strong as they were last season. So 2-1, Inter win is what I see.
Okay, Marco?
I see 1-0 Inter.
Wait, what?
So if I choose,
I'm sorry, wait, what?
I see Inter winning.
Go get the mortadella sandwiches.
Yeah.
Go. Just go get the sandwiches.
Nige, what about you?
Listen, it's going to be a tight game. It really is going to be a tight game. Two top managers. I just think I see Napoli getting the job done. I would go 2-1 Napoli winning.
So then you think that Napoli is going to win the Scudetto then? Because you said this is the Scudetto decider.
I've said it a few times, but I just see Napoli getting the job done.
I got to tell you, I'm worried.
It's going to be tight.
Opening stages here, Napoli look like they've pressed. They look like they want to play. If the game gets open, then Napoli will be in for a long night.
The one interesting thing from Conte's press conferences is he said the thing that we can lack is the character and the attitude that we have on the pitch. And that's what he didn't like in the second half against Como. You could get beat. You could get beat playing the football. We know Inter's a really good side. You're not going to miss a Napoli side that doesn't go for this 1,000%.
We can talk as much as we want to talk. When you talk about top players and big games and what's at stake, they all know what's at stake. Whether you're an Inter player right now or a Napoli player right now, it's a different level, and they will raise their games to it. Like, everyone knows what's at stake in this game.
But Conte did say, I really hope my players don't feel the pressure because they're just in a good moment, that they're happy to be there almost. Do you think that the players feel that way, though, Grella, or do they feel that immense sense of pressure?
They feel the pressure for sure. You're at home in Naples. The expectation is to win every game that you play, especially in this stadium. Diego Armando Maradona Stadium, special place, a special city, special people there as well, and they'll want to win. They've had recent success, obviously winning the Scudetto a couple seasons ago, and the way that they played, they did it a different way. But they'll want to win, and they'll feel the pressure today.
Last two Scudetto winners.
Yes.
Oh,
These two teams.
great block. Go on, he's in. He's in.
Taremi scores some goals. Well, Taremi's on the bench. That's going to be
come
tough.
in off the bench. How nice was it though when we were in Naples for the Napoli game a couple of seasons ago? They lost, right? They lost to Milan when we were there, but
Was that because Grella was there?
maybe.
Oh, okay.
But
was
the
the beginning
build-up
of
to
the
the
end.
game was so special, wasn't it? I've never seen
This
a
is,
city with so much love, and only one sports team in the entire city is pretty rare.
A religion is an understatement. It's life for them. It's like, you know, you have to eat, you have to watch Napoli. Those two things go hand in hand. And if you've been there, if you've been lucky enough to have some friends that really support Napoli, it's beautiful, the character that they embody when supporting this club, because it's much bigger than football. It's much bigger than the sport. So you have to go there and you have to be able to experience it. I'd love to know where people are watching, too. Everybody that's commenting, that's joined the live stream, drop your location, where you're watching from, where you're supporting your team.
I think sometimes when you watch this Napoli side, I was going to say this to Grella, what do you think where Lukaku doesn't make a lot of runs in behind? I think sometimes he comes to feet too much where he should just run into the space. They could be a lot more direct. When you've got someone that's quick like that, give him a few yards, run into the space.
That's a weakness of Lautaro Martinez's game there, the 1v1. He can't really get around guys. And actually, Inter as a squad, they don't have those guys that can go 1v1 on the dribble. They don't have that profile.
Besides maybe Thuram. Thuram is the one guy in the team.
Yeah, Thuram fits in
likes
there,
to-
but it's usually in a team you find like 4 or 5 of those
I agree.
guys, you know, and you have options on the bench as well. But Inter doesn't have that.
There was a time where they were one of the either second lowest or the lowest in terms of dribbling your man 1v1.
There's a stat, Marco, that's take-on attempts that is successful dribble that leads to a shot on goal. And Inter are last. They're last in that.
We got people saying Arshia from Iran supporting Napoli, Zachary from Hershey. So I guess Hershey, Pennsylvania.
Hershey, Pennsylvania.
Maybe a Christian
See?
Pulisic fan.
You didn't even know where
Rafael
Hershey,
Bisbal,
Pennsylvania is,
Saratoga.
I did.
No, you didn't.
Listen to this comment. Daily schedule. 1, eat, 2, watch Napoli.
That's a good schedule.
Great schedule.
Grella, why has your tie been made from a Persian rug?
I just told you, it's made in Milan. It's not a Persian at all.
How much did you pay for that tie?
That's fantastic.
much is
Persian
it?
rug.
I'll say that I've been getting a lot of heat over this tie, which
he
this
still
morning I
wears
liked
it.
it. Yeah, I mean, I liked it. No, I got into the building and he never
whoa.
he never says bad things. He always tries to
Never.
build me up, but he goes.
Bit much.
He goes, you missed today.
Today you
Lot of
missed the mark,
colours.
Grella. That tie, you didn't read the room, Ren.
So
How much did you pay for the tie?
I don't know.
As much as a
I don't know.
Persian
Over or
rug.
under?
It's an older tie.
$100.
It's an older tie.
What about the
don't know.
socks, though, Grella?
Probably around
I'm
there.
pretty sure the socks are the biggest faux pas of the day. Brown socks with the brown shoes and
Well,
pedal pushers.
I'll give you a little bit of fashion, you know, if you're watching and you want to
please
know.
do.
Your sock color should always either match your shoes or your pants. So you have the option of doing either.
Good.
Nigel, you're not
Well,
taking Grella's advice.
yeah, I know.
Nigel's got stripy socks
I
on.
let myself down today. Don't worry about that.
And he's got sneakers on. Usually he's got a nice pair of dress shoes.
Hey, I've normally got a bit more class than myself, but you know.
He normally wears the Tom Ford flip-flops.
Poppy, there's a comment from somebody from Scotland, but I can't pronounce where they're from. You're Scottish. Can you help me out?
Yeah, but I can't
Yes,
see the comment.
Scottish.
Yes.
Well, I'm
Here,
of course
read this
Scottish.
read the bottom comment from Colin.
Oh,
London, baby. We've got West Country from London. Grella Fashion. Great to see
Last comment.
2 Scots starting for Napoli. Deesby from, I don't know
Are you
that
speaking?
one.
Are
You
you
don't know?
Lincoln.
Are you speaking in tongues right now?
Aren't you
It's
Scottish?
Scottish. Yes, I am. My granddad was from Kirkcaldy, but at that place, I'm not sure.
Sorry about that, Colin.
Sorry, yeah. Maybe he could pronounce it for us in the chat.
You want to try?
I also point out, Chief, there's a good question for you guys then. How impressed have you guys been with Scott McTominay?
Oh, I love him.
What was the expectation when he got there to
Lithgow.
what he's done now?
Whose
Super
expectation? Ours or Grella's expectation of McTominay?
I was just going to say for you guys, especially you're the Napoli
I really like
residential fan.
McTominay. I like what he brings. I thought he was good at Man United. I thought they were very lucky to get him. I think he's probably one of the guys that encompasses most what Antonio Conte wants in the team. I just, when you're relying on him to score you the goals, it has never been something that he's done when he was over in England. That's not really his profile. He's more of a tackler, a ball winner. He can get forward and get in the box, but he has the ability, but he's never done it. He's never done it before.
He wasn't a prolific goal scorer, but he's got a goal in him, and he can.
He's
be
got a goal
threat.
in
You
him,
know,
He scored a
but-
lot of goals last year
Yeah.
for them.
But this
Foreign
team,
ones as well.
look, this team has nobody in double-digit scoring, and we're talking about them in second place. You know, potentially winning the Scudetto. They don't have one guy in the team that's scoring double digits. McTominay is the second leading goal scorer in
That's
the team.
pretty worrying,
I mean,
isn't it?
It's just what I mean. It's remarkable as well. You can look at it both ways. It's worrying, but it's also for where they are in the league. That's a fantastic achievement to do that and be so limited and not have a real prolific striker, which most top teams do. Teams that win championships and win things always have a prolific scorer.
Yeah, normally the capocannoniere comes from the...
The what?
Let me say that again.
The what?
Capocannoniere. You say it, Nigel.
I have no idea what you're trying to say.
You can't say anything in Scottish, you can't say anything in Italian.
The top goal scorer normally
Just do
comes
sign
from
language the rest of the time.
normally comes from the Scudetto winning team, doesn't it? We've got a question for Marco, apparently, actually. Let's have a look. What's it saying?
House 30.
Oh, yes.
And then the winky face like, you bastard.
Not fun. So I'm feeling it. No, already. Yeah, it's in my mind. It's in my mind.
No,
That's it. I got to be more serious. No more smiling. I got to become a serious guy now.
Well, you will be when Napoli lose today. Well, if they lose. Not that I think they're going to.
Supposed to have friends over here. Okay.
The cake was nice that we had for you last week, though.
The cake was fantastic.
Was it like ice cream cake?
I loved it.
That cake?
Yeah.
That cake was trash.
No, it was good.
That cake was not trash.
I liked it.
I thought it was really good.
That cake was trash.
Yeah, it's like 7 layers down.
Yeah, it was too much. Dry.
Poppy's,
Desert cake.
Poppy Scottish is like my Mandarin after 3 beers.
Wow. And you're uh-oh.
This guy down again? Cianolu's
This
down
ain't going to be
again?
good.
He's been trying to come back from injury.
And he's doing this, and I don't want to speculate because they teach you not to do that, but
You will anyway.
You went to class for this?
that looks like a...
You know enough to know that that's not a good sign. When a player goes down like that, and
Zielinski-
especially because he hasn't stayed fit consistently for a while, keeps on trying to come back too early, that's not a good sign.
He said this is the first time in his career that he's had to deal with the injuries that he's dealt with. He's never gone through this. He also recently hit 30.
31, right?
Yeah.
Are you having the same problems?
No.
Oh,
Hey, we're doing good on our running challenge. Poppy joined us. For everyone that's tuned in the last week or so, in our last live, we're doing that 62-mile challenge, and Poppy's joined us.
I will say it's been a struggle so far. I thought running 2 miles every day was going to be like a walk in the park. It's taken me a good 20 minutes.
It'll get easier. It'll get there.
Sure it will.
Zielinski could slot in really well there, and he is the one warming up, as well as Aslani, because Aslani started in the last matches, but for me, Zielinski is better in this game.
If he puts Aslani in here, and that's been the sub for him when Cianolu's out. Oh, it's actually a contact injury. Maybe he'll be able to play. He'll be able to continue. I thought it was something that he came up on his own. So that's positive for Cianolu.
If that was a dead leg, it looks like a knee to the
dead
thigh.
leg, but dead leg's okay. You can play with dead leg.
Yeah, you can run for it now, but as soon as half time comes and you're
Grella,
not
I'm
moving,
not going to speculate, but it's a
stiffens up.
contact injury or a dead leg. One of those.
Napoli's winning these 50-50 battles.
But again, it just shows where the Grella vision with Lukaku's just too far away.
I think him being with Raspadori will help, though. Raspadori being close to him as a second striker, I think Lukaku does better with that than without it, than with the wingers, at least. Lautaro's upset about this foul not given.
Uh-oh. Book them both, ref.
Do you think, I have a question, do you think that if Lukaku scores today, he'll celebrate?
That's an interesting question.
Better be careful.
I don't think he would, but
No,
you
I
never
don't
know.
think he would.
He's won things at Inter. I think.
But he
They had
left
bad
on
blood,
such
though.
Bad blood, though.
terms.
The way they
That's a
left.
nasty foul there, by the way.
Yeah, that's not a nasty foul. That's a well-placed foul. Let you know you're in a game. You're not going to run around today.
That's on the back of Thuram.
You're not going to run around today.
But for instance, I will say this: like that foul there is missed, and we have VAR, and we're in 2025. That's a yellow card, and you could argue that that's a stone-cold yellow card, which affects the way that Rachmani has to defend the rest of the game. So they missed that. That's already a big miss from the referee.
Of course, they can't go back and check for a yellow card. But yeah, what you're saying.
You just saw that. He gave the high five, but he knew exactly what you was doing.
Yeah, he left it on.
Yeah.
Doug asked for the 2 former players, does that spray really work? That
Magic spray. Yeah.
It takes like a knockoff. It won't take something off. Like if you've done something like a soft tissue, or you've done like obviously a major injury, then it won't help you.
Well,
But it helps a knock.
What are you talking about? It's absolute nonsense. It doesn't work
Helps
for
a
me,
knock.
mate. It doesn't work.
Did you guys
Well,
play the
I was
same
never
sport?
down like that anyway, so...
I was never
I
down
was
like
never
that.
down
He called
like
you
that.
soft.
I was putting people down, but I was never down like that.
We played 2 different games. That's right. We played 2. He probably had more tackles in a game than I had in my whole career.
He had more red cards too. Honestly, that is one of my favourite clips that was shown of Nigel. Nigel just 2-footing people through the Premier League.
Oh, it's a foul.
Yeah. Forget everything else, Poppy, yes. Let's just concentrate on the negativity.
They're making it so physical today, Napoli.
It's a physical game. It's right up your alley is what I'm saying, Nigel. You can relate to this game.
Oh,
Yeah, he doesn't
look
get
at
the
that
ball.
elbow in the
Doesn't
back
get the ball.
there.
just make himself feel felt. Politano now, he's one of the guys that gets hurt by the 3-5-2. He's not as effective when he's in the 4-3-3, so it'll be interesting to see what they do without that.
Is Napoli going to be a big club now among the Scots? I think it might. I think it has. I mean, we had that Scottish fan on, didn't we? That was the only fan.
What was his name?
Yeah, Atalanta
Napoli.
fan, though. He was an Atalanta fan.
Yeah.
It was Atalanta.
You paid attention there in that interview.
He was at the Maradona, though, no?
Yeah, for Atalanta.
Okay, yeah. I forgot which one it was.
All right.
I'll
Who
give
else
you
is
$1
in the
million
back?
if you can remember his name.
I thought Poppy's only staying for a small time.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Do we need to make a substitute already?
Stay, Pop. The people should vote if you should stay or
Yes,
no.
that'd be great. Please
Go get those
vote for
mozzarella
Italy.
sandwiches.
Honestly, I would love to.
I tell you what,
Where's your keys?
for such a big game like this, it's great when you look at what we've seen so far. First 15 minutes, I always used to say, don't concede, don't take no unnecessary risk. And after that 20-minute mark is when the game starts to slowly open up and teams start to play a bit more football.
I think
You'd have to say Napoli will be the more happier team.
Absolutely, because usually Inzaghi is very calculated. As much as we like him as a coach, a lot of his subs seem like it's routine. And you know after 60 minutes, Di Marco's going to come out. He's always the same sub, especially with the wing-backs. He doesn't have that opportunity today. He's got no wing-backs on the bench for them. There's no Darmian, there's no Carlos Augusto. He said he's tried even Fratesi in that position, or they go back to 4-4-2. So I do agree. The longer that this goes on, the way that the game evolves for Inter and the way that they want to see it, and I think it starts hurting them a lot.
Do you think that any Napoli player would get into this Inter 11 today?
Buongiorno.
Just Buongiorno?
Yeah.
Do you think anyone else, Grell?
Buongiorno is one of them, and man, McTominay's had such a good season. Anguissa as well. La Bocca's a good piece. I mean, when they won the Scudetto a couple seasons ago, and Anguissa and La Bocca were there, we were saying that they were in the conversation of having the best midfield in Europe, also, or the best midfield in Italy, to say the least. So,
If Anguissa was fit, I would agree with that. I would say if Anguissa was fit, he would get in there.
He would get in the Inter midfield?
maybe
over Mkhitaryan.
Maybe over Mkhitaryan, just
Over
for his
Mkhitaryan,
age. And,
yeah, for sure.
But it's close, right? So they have some good pieces. And obviously Lukaku, look, he's not been like we show it in the pregame. He's not been the old Lukaku, but he's still in the moments and spurts he has a lot of tools.
He wouldn't get
You'd be seeing a different Lukaku in that Inter side.
As he just gives
Then you would see
away.
as you give the ball away. That's what I'm saying. You'd see a different one.
The poll is up, by the way. Should Poppy stay in the watch long? Yes or no?
Please say no.
What would you boys vote for?
Oh, they love Poppy. Of course she's going to stay. They love her.
I said, what would you vote for?
Oh, what
I
I
would
vote
love for her to stay.
Yeah, I want her to stay.
I'll give her a
With
maybe.
a piece of tape over him.
Wow. I'll give her a maybe.
Maybe we could both put one on Grella. So what did the poll say?
I actually can't see the results yet.
You just said the poll was in.
You
Yeah,
just said
it's up,
in.
but people are still voting.
Oh.
I can't see it
Hold
yet.
on, let me go and vote now.
See, communication there.
Yeah,
Just
can
say
I- can I-
people
You
are
didn't explain that
voting.
very
That's what I said. I said
No, you
poll
said
is
the
up.
results are in.
No, I said the poll is up. We've got the Napoli fan clubs watching along as well. Let's look at this right here. This is Napoli Club Los Angeles, and then the Tri-State Napoli Club. Shout out to our friends over there. You could feel the tension. There's the waves. Forza Napoli, boys. Let's see how it goes.
Would you like to be over there with them, Marco?
I'd rather be anywhere than with you guys. We also have the Inter Club of Miami and the Inter Club of Chicago. Fan favorite of Nigel as well.
I've got to go to Miami. I keep getting an invite. I just need a time off.
They're trying to crowdfund your trip.
I'll
I heard.
go.
The
Nigel.
tension you could feel between these fans.
You know, it's funny, Inter haven't settled, right? And they've lost balls, and then Napoli have gone quick. I mean, they're going fast on the break here.
Neither team have really settled.
Yeah, but Inter...
Again, do you see that? Like the hold-up play, that's great by Lukaku, but then I feel that he still needs to run off the ball a lot more.
Yeah, he
I
comes into it
really
a lot.
feel he doesn't run off the ball enough where he's too comfortable standing next to a defender. And when you play balls into his feet, if he's not on his toes and ready to come there, defenders win the ball, and it's a constant battle. You don't want him to be battling with a defender. You want him to be willing to, say, run into the channel, carry the team up, pass it, and then go again.
Zachary said he really enjoyed your breakdown of Lukaku. And he says, is it a work rate issue?
No.
No, I don't think it's a work rate issue. I think you get older, you get smarter, and you become a little bit more efficient with your runs. I don't think he has the separation.
I'm not talking about Lukaku, but you're supposed to get smarter as you get older.
You're
So
supposed to
everyone
get
gets
smarter.
Some people go the other way.
Also, he didn't have a preseason. If you remember the way he came into the season, it was like a last-minute add to Napoli. So you wonder the type of preseason. Preseason is so important to me.
Massive.
Because you build a base for the entire year. And when you miss it, sometimes you can be playing catch-up the rest of the year. I think that's a little bit what's happened to him.
100%.
The rumor was Conte gave him an individual plan, even though he wasn't
But it's still
by
different.
Napoli. No, I know. I'm just to show you how controlling Conte
There you
is.
go.
It's not
There
even
you
his
go.
player.
There you
Here's
go.
Lukaku.
Knock it and go. Oh, he's done it.
I think
Ball into McTominay.
it's different, though, when you're working with the 25 boys and you're being put through it. I think you work harder. I think you do more. When you're on your own, I've done the individual one, which is like hell on earth, literally.
It's a mental
From an
battle when
injury.
you
Is it
train
the
by
0
yourself.
to the 50? Do you have to get to the halfway line in 10 seconds? Was that your?
No, I mean, there
preseason?
was a billion of them, but I'm saying, like, I've done the one where you're on your own.
It's not the same.
It's like they would ring you through a week or two of just hell. You're just running, or you're doing bike, or you're in the gym nonstop, and you're just working with one guy. And it's more difficult because you don't have the boys with you, to push you through.
I watched Conte's preseason when he was at Juventus his first year, when everyone was skeptical because he was coming off from Siena, from Serie B, and I've never seen any team work as hard. I mean, there were champions in that team that were borderline throwing up and complaining and yelling at him. They were making them go from the 0 to the 50 in 10 seconds, 10-second break, 10 seconds to get back. They did that for over an hour. There was no break in a record-breaking heat in Philadelphia.
Wow.
Well, a good friend of mine, Ashley Young, told me how intense he was when he was at Inter, and he just doesn't let off. Very demanding. Oh, it's a reckless challenge, isn't it?
That's a scary challenge.
That's a reckless challenge coming back from behind. The Inter players are complaining for a penalty. They have
what
a
happens
crazy
here.
one.
Bastoni Di Marco, we've
Trying
seen
to
that
recover.
hook up, and
Oh, that's a crazy challenge.
I mean, you got to have that.
Oh.
Doesn't get the ball at all.
This is a penalty.
It's a crazy because he's coming from behind.
This is a penalty,
I
yellow
would not
card.
be surprised. That is
This
a
is a penalty, yellow
crazy
card.
challenge.
Is he going to give it? Is he giving a penalty?
We'll see.
So now we've seen Rachmani should have a yellow, doesn't have the yellow. And now we've seen this play here with McTominay, who's way late, smashes through the back of Dumfries. I understand that the agenda here today is be physical with them, don't let them play.
Yeah, that's a stupid
And
challenge.
they've done that. But you have to look at this challenge now and say, is this actually a penalty? And maybe we'll have Uncle Anna, I'm not sure. But for me, he's late, he doesn't get the ball, and he smashes through the back of Dumfries. And that's a penalty by the letter of the law.
Zach asked Grella, is it as important for a veteran, sure starter, as it is a younger player trying to secure his place a preseason?
It's just important for everyone.
Yeah.
It's important for everyone because it's important for the fitness levels that it brings, that they're showing the play again here. It's important for the fitness level it brings for an older player to maintain and have prevention and stuff like that, and prevention injuries and all those things. But for a young player, it's very important to get incorporated into the group. So important for both. Free kick outside the box. Well, I don't understand. Foul before the foul?
I'm trying to catch
But the ball
up
is out
myself 'cause
wide.
It looked
I don't-
weird. Wow.
It's glitched to this point in the game. We don't know what happened.
Can we see a replay, guys? If it's possible when we get a chance, we'd like to see a replay. I want to see what you guys think about it.
But anyway, how are they not viewed the challenge on McTominay?
They must have. They must have had a look at it.
I would say they missed that. They just
Uncle
Christina said no.
wouldn't have been a foul.
Yeah.
Christina Uncle
Our
said
rules
no.
expert.
I don't argue with
I'm
Christina
shocked.
Uncle. If
I'm
Christina
shocked that
Uncle
she
says it's
disagreed
not a
with
penalty
Grella.
to Inter, it's not a penalty.
It's to the point where I just don't understand
What
football
if it was
no
for
more.
Napoli?
If it was for Napoli,
So what is it?
Christina got a problem.
Wait, so
I don't
what is it?
understand it.
That's a normal challenge. That's a normal challenge. You can go late and smash someone through the back.
In a recovery run as well.
All right.
Oh, what a goal, Di Marco.
Oh!
What a goal.
What a
My
goal.
gosh. He didn't need the penalty. He didn't need the penalty.
Wow!
That's a beautiful
That
goal.
was-
What a strike!
Wow.
This is the football god speaking. This football god speaking.
Wow.
What a
That
goal.
was
That's incredible.
that was
And you
epic.
hated this guy too, by the way. You hated Di Marco.
That was bend it like that.
Oh, that's beautiful.
That's incredible.
That's beautiful. Come
One
on!
of the best left-footed.
Oh yeah.
You're
Nothing
so
the
calm.
goalkeeper
Do you
can
know
do.
what he would be doing if Napoli scored right
Look
now?
the spin. Look
That's
for it.
top corner.
Who is it, Nigel, who loves to say top bins? Nico?
Charlie.
Charlie?
That's
That
a
is
silly
a top
way
corner.
to
That
concede
is
to Inter.
fantastic.
You let Inter beat you with the ball, not on a set piece.
Yeah, but we do know Inter is still vulnerable to concede goals though. Still very early.
They do concede goals.
They do concede
like I
goals.
said
How ironic
earlier.
that you didn't like this guy. He looks like you, and he scores the goal against Napoli. How ironic.
Keep building the walkway. You got to walk on it, too.
Oh, now I see. He does look like him a bit.
You're getting
I
closer
really
to
paid
the plank.
attention to it.
He does.
Yo, you know when the
We showed
pirate
them
ships, when they
before
put you on the
each other.
plank?
He's got to dye his hair blonde.
He's getting
too.
closer and closer to the end of the plank. He's running out of wood, Marco.
Here comes the goal.
What a goal. My gosh. After not a lot of chances.
And that's a big wall. And they jump. Oh, that's just
It's
fantastic.
perfect. It's perfect.
Wow,
There's
wow,
nothing
wow.
you can do.
Hey, sometimes they
Incredible
say
goal.
you just got to hold your hands up. And that's one of those moments there. You just got to hold
DiMarco's
your hands up.
fantastic. Fantastic.
Unbelievable
What a player.
strike.
And he's actually been struggling in the last couple months or so. Hasn't been at his very best. We hold him to a high standard. He's Inter through and through. When I went to watch Inter win the Scudetto last year, the fans, they sing for DiMarco because he's one of them. He's one that would be in the curva. He'd be in the stands. He grew up a fan. He understands the team. So it's nice for him to score this goal.
How is Lautaro? That
great
is
play. How can he do
unbelievable
that?
work, by the way.
Great
That
play.
was incredible.
Dumfries. This is, you know, you ask about Dumfries, and he's fantastic, and he scores, and he gets it on the weak side, and he's awesome. This is where he's frustrating when he when he doesn't
quality in the
Guys,
final third.
let's look at the fan reactions real quick. This is Chicago and Miami reacting to the goal. Miami's a little. They got slow internet because they're trying to pay for Nigel's flight.
No, that's just the Miami lifestyle, bro. You know,
Laid
late
back.
to everything. Laid back, late to everything.
Oh, his teeth got knocked out. DiMarco saying it looks like.
Whose teeth got knocked
Pointing
out?
to the teeth of the goalkeeper of Meret on this ball from Dumfries that
Grella,
came
have
in.
you ever lost a tooth playing?
It's all gone.
Chipped my front tooth. You never noticed it? Chipped right here.
Let me see.
And then right here in the front. And then I chipped another tooth that I never went to. By the way, I don't know what camera am I looking at, the jib? Go to the dentist.
This one.
Number 2, go to the dentist. Don't play a game with your teeth. I chipped my tooth. I got elbowed in a game, chipped my tooth. I was like 21 years old. Didn't go to the dentist for like 4 years, 5 years. It got rotten. I had to pull it out. I had to pull it out and put my fake tooth in.
And if you'd gone to the dentist, you could have prevented that.
I could have easily prevented
Were you
it.
playing at Motherwell?
At Leeds United. Yeah. I spit out something in the game, and it was. I look on the floor. It was
But
like
didn't
half
you
my
feel
tooth.
it? You feel half
Yeah,
your
and I
tooth?
had this weird little hole.
You said it'll be okay.
I said I'll just take care of
Nigel's
myself.
face.
So I took care of myself, but every time I'd push it further down. Anyway, take care of your teeth. Very important.
Nigel, ever happened to you?
No. Thank you for that public service announcement, Grella.
You know, sometimes for Napoli, it's good when they concede first. Every time that they score first, they seem to screw up.
I wish we
believe
had
something.
a close-up of Grella's
me believe
face when you
something.
said
That was
That was
funny.
the funniest
I remember
thing.
you guys coming in when Juventus scored first or Atalanta scored first. You
true.
guys ran into the room.
It's not over yet.
It's true. When England scored first in the Euro final, I knew we were going to lose that day. We've got a question for Grella. Let's have a look. Grella is in full pre-season.
Asked
Really
him
is.
this.
Wasn't for retro started. Oh yeah, we've done this.
Yeah,
one.
we've done this one.
Zachary, we've ticked it off.
Well, it's
already.
important for both. Yeah, it's just the short answer. Very important.
They want me to read it out loud.
tell
Grella,
you
why don't
what's-
you read it out loud?
Is a full preseason important for a veteran as it is a young player? And it's important for both, I would say.
79%
It's important for any
said
professional.
you have to stay.
Yeah.
Who?
79% have said Poppy has to stay.
Thank you.
By the
See
way.
for 5 more minutes.
Mary Poppins.
Marco,
Then I'll go and get the sandwiches.
are you worried about the lack of pace in your Napoli side?
Absolutely.
Now, when you start to see how they control the ball moments, but there isn't that real out-and-out pace and that threat to get in behind.
Pace.
They were always lacking in creativity.
They're looking for players. They don't even have the players to fill the bench.
They were always lacking in creativity. Even when Crowder was there, it was still tough to create any opportunities. Now it got even less. The 4-3-3 at least helped that.
Doug loves you. Fashion tips, dentist tips, all inside of 45 minutes. I love
And is this on the Golazo network?
Yes.
And for free. What do you want?
Have you got any more tips, Grella?
I got a million. Now it's springtime. I'm going to start doing some lawn care tips if you want.
Get that farm strength up.
And with Nige is a big cigar. We both are.
You're going to get your pool ready?
Do that too.
Are we going to have a five-a-side summer party this
I'd like to. Again.
I would like it. No, you actually said the new game is you were going to bring in your putter, and we were going to have a putting competition in Norway.
I know. I should have brought it in next time. When are we back in? Tomorrow. I'll bring it tomorrow.
Okay, yeah. Nice.
Wes said, all good, Grella. I've been to Leeds many times. Most people don't have teeth there.
Oh, wow.
Is it true or no?
I mean,
careful what you say.
you got two English.
I'm not from Leeds. I'm from
people.
London.
You got two English people here.
I'm from London.
I know, but they haven't been in. Have you guys been in Leeds?
I'm British.
Is it
And
a
I'm from
real
London.
thing or is it a stigma that English people have bad
It
teeth?
would be like English people saying Americans always are wearing Disneyland t-shirts,
What?
right?
That's the worst thing to
I've
say.
never been to Disneyland.
Poppy,
Disneyland
what?
t-shirts with white sneakers, like the American look. That's what Americans say about English people. We have bad teeth. Or-
No,
or so
I think
they
English
say.
people
It's
would
a
say it's like
stereotype.
saying Americans are over the top. Like,
You're
have a
saying
nice
something
day.
else then.
Like, over the top, have a nice day. Like, no, you don't know me to tell me have a nice day. That's like the English thing
It's
of.
nice to say. Have a nice day. No, but if you think,
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Did they say that to you in England?
Come on.
oh, I would enjoy it.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
No,
So
but
it's
okay.
Americans that say it. The English people say,
But
like, you're over the
if an
top.
English person stereotyped an American, it would be something to do with Disney and
I mean-
white sneakers and like
It wouldn't be
sunshine
Disney.
in Florida. What would it be then? What would you say a stereotypical American would be?
No, they're over the top.
But style-wise or something like physical?
Well. I know what I want to say, but I'm not going to say it.
Dangerous set piece here coming for
Anyway,
Napoli.
apparently we have bad teeth, but I don't think it's necessarily true.
But
I don't know where it originated from. But for some reason
the people up there, though, they love their football. If you love football, I mean, that's like one of the best places to watch a football match.
Grella, do your Leeds thing.
Leeds. No, they have so many good ones. Like the Chelsea one that they sing about Chelsea is fantastic. I'm not sure if I can say it on here, so I won't.
You definitely can't say it.
But that's a really good song.
Our producer said, if you think you can't, you can't.
Come on.
This is an unbelievable opportunity for Napoli.
Too long.
Too high. Too high.
Little sausage pass to the goalkeeper.
Quality's not
Martinez has been pretty good coming off his line as well. The backup keeper, but he's really not a backup goalkeeper for Inter. He was a top goalkeeper at Genoa last year. Spent all
cherries.
of their transfer market fee basically on him.
But then Napoli really haven't tested him. That's the thing. You got to test him.
Napoli are doing what they did to Atalanta, and they're winning the ball and going fast and committing numbers forward. And so Inter have to be careful some of the times in possession
You say
here.
they're going fast, but they're not going fast. They just had a good possession there in
Inter
the
had
final
a good
third.
recovery in this one, but they're winning in the first pass is almost always forward, and
There's
they're
no
running.
creativity.
But
There's
there's
no
the-
creativity.
But once they get
can't
to
find
this
any
point,
pockets.
it's very difficult for them to make the game.
But
You know?
this is for me like you get a bit frustrated because it's keeping possession for the sake of it. Where you're at home, you've got to take more risks, even if it's trying to get it in wide areas, one-on-one situations, isolating, or into Lukaku's feet and getting someone straight in front for a third-man run for someone else to run in behind.
But this is
But
also
then you
where
can't risk it like that.
This
See,
is where they
that's the
also
fair.
really miss Kvaratskhelia because he was the guy
Someone
that
who
can
can
now
carry the
open
ball.
them up a bit and give you a different look. And Neres also direct player, not the best, but direct and can break lines in the dribble. And they lose him through injury. The other one is Anguissa, who has been a star for them. They lose him through injury. So they're lacking a lot of those guys that can hurt Inter today.
I'll tell you what, Marco, tell me more about this because I'm really surprised that him starting Gilmore.
Yeah, me
That's
too.
something that for me has just caught me off guard. I don't understand that. Why would you not start Billing today?
So, as we mentioned in the pre-show, Conte said he's been up all week, basically. It's been on his mind. Do I go for a physical presence like Billing, who could break lines and really go forward? Or do I try to control the ball with Gilmore, who's a little bit better with the ball at his feet? And it was always rumored to be Billing, and then last second he went with Gilmore. So I'm surprised by it. I think that maybe the opportunity to put him in a game would be big. Almost a bicycle kick from Raspadori.
Marco, apparently there's a lot of people in the chat wondering how all of a sudden you're a Napoli fan when they thought you were a Juve fan with them.
Oh,
Very simple.
Getting called out, mate.
I'm a fan of excitement in the Serie A. I don't want the same team to always win, so I want us to have a title race, and it would be
Yeah,
a
but
great
Juve
story
haven't
if
won in a
Napoli.
while, so...
You say you're a Napoli fan. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I want Napoli to win the Scudetto. I
So
want
don't
somebody
say,
different.
So don't
Inter
say
just won
anything
it.
else. You just say you're a Napoli fan.
No, but it's not just that simple.
Do you want
I'm
to
a
just-
Serie A
Are
fan
you a
who likes
fan? Are you a
excitement.
fan or are you just, what are you? You're a Napoli fan.
I like to see excitement in the league.
Hey,
That's
hey,
it. I tell
Marco,
stories.
Marco,
I get
Marco.
tied into stories
Marco.
around teams in Serie A. Period.
Marco, please yourself. Don't worry about pleasing everyone else.
No,
Like,
I don't
are you
have
a Napoli
to.
fan?
I don't have to. I say the truth.
You're a Napoli fan.
No. I want Napoli to win this year.
Are you a Napoli fan?
And I want
Answer
Inter
the
to win
question.
the Champions League.
Are you a Napoli fan?
No, I'm not a Napoli fan. I want Napoli to win this year.
Do you want them to win just so you can prove Grella wrong?
No, that's not the only reason.
That's a big reason.
It's not the only reason.
Look,
I'm already. I said that they will compete for the title, and they are. So technically, I was already right. As long as they compete for the title.
We'll see.
You laughed and said maybe top 4. They're doing more than just top 4, and if they do anything extra, that's amazing.
We'll see. We'll see in the end.
Grella, I will say it is going to be really painful for you if Napoli win the Scudetto. You're never going to hear the end of
Fabi,
it.
at the end of the day, the paycheck for me is the same. At the end of the day, if Napoli wins or Inter wins.
Embarrassment?
No, there's no embarrassment. Listen, Marco knows a lot about football, and he knows especially a lot about football in this league. So if he's right, I'd be happy for Marco. I mean, the take was so crazy last season that we laughed at him. Yeah. It doesn't seem so funny anymore now. So that's
Come on.
Oh, what a chance!
No, I'm not a Napoli fan.
Oh yeah, you're not a Napoli fan. Yeah, of course you're not.
There was a fly.
Hey, that's a great take by Lukaku though. Watch this.
He's on.
Fantastic ball in there.
Madonna.
Takes it over his head.
He had to readjust in the last.
He just needs to. If he goes back across the opposite way,
I haven't
See
seen
that
this.
little
gone in for that near post.
That was pretty good, though.
That's good by Lukaku. I tell you what, since Inter have scored, Napoli have started to control the game a lot more.
I don't think Inter will look at the first 34 minutes and be happy about the performance or happy about what they haven't been able to really hurt.
They don't
Napoli
have
at all.
to.
They can't even get out of their own end at the moment, though.
Yeah, but Grella, they don't have to. They're away from home. They're 1-0 up. Mm-hmm. That's how it is.
And they're really good hitting out on the
They
transition
live on
as
those
well.
moments there that go into Lautaro.
Oh, what a ball! What a ball! What a ball!
Go on, Asma!
Oh, what are you doing?
No!
Oh my!
He went around.
What happened there?
He went around the goalkeeper.
What happened
What a-
again?
what a
Winning the
pass
ball
from
again.
Rahmani, I believe.
Oh, what a pass that is!
Pass is perfect.
Gone round the goal.
Martinez came out, had it all.
He looked like Matteo Bonetti on that run.
Bravo, Napoli, bravo.
Hey, they're growing in confidence.
I like this. Just make it competitive. Make it competitive. We want an exciting game.
Yeah, because Marco's a fan of Serie A.
Right. Right.
No, it's been an interesting game, but Napoli will definitely be the happier of the two. Obviously not the
not gonna be
scoreline.
You say they're
happy. 0-0
happier?
down.
They're still losing.
But it doesn't matter. You make a game plan and you stick to the game plan, and you have moments in the game, and that's how you judge. You don't judge on the scoreline.
You judge it on this,
All
right?
we always talk about is results. Get results. I don't
Thank
care
you.
about football.
Marco,
results.
I'm with you, Marco.
Everybody else.
Inter will be the happier.
It doesn't work
Inter-
like that.
Listen,
That's not how
Inter-
football works. Anybody
Grella.
could be a manager if that's how football works.
Grella, if
Anybody
you're-
could be an analyst if that's how football works.
Well, Grella, if you're in the dressing room right now, you could be into, you're away from home.
Wait, hold on.
You know what's at stake. You haven't played well. You're 1-0 up still when you're going at halftime 1-0 up.
I'm talking about
You'll be the
Napoli.
happier.
I'm talking about Napoli. If you're Antonio Conte, you go in there and you're upset.
Let it off. Corner.
You go into the locker room, you're Antonio Conte, and you're upset with the team.
100%. You won't be upset with the
So
team.
what are we talking about?
You said who will be
Well,
happy?
you said we'll be happier. That's what
now-
you said. Right now,
There's no
Inter
way.
would be
If
the
I'm-
happier
but
side.
if you're Antonio Conte and you go into the changing room now, you're going to say, boys,
More of the
excellent
same.
first half.
Yeah.
You got done on a
That's
set
true.
piece.
Yeah.
So what are we talking about? Marco, what are you suggesting?
We're
You
not
go in, you
saying
say, you're down 1-0, you guys stink? I mean, that's not the realistic of what happened in the first half. Anybody could read the scoreline and say, okay, yeah, it was not a good scoreline.
But it's just about that they're away from home and they're still up 1-0. That's it.
They've
They're
been
gonna
poor.
Be happy with that.
They've been poor. If you play 45 more minutes like Inter has played, they'll lose the football game. If
there we
Napoli
go. That's the
continue to play
moment
this
there.
way, Napoli will win the
Oh!
football game.
He
That
caught
was
in
such
two
an
minds.
unlucky touch.
Caught in two minds there. He does everything right there. Bubbles. I don't know why he tries to do it again. Just stop the ball there.
It's an awkward cadence that he gets himself into there.
Look at the Napoli
Napoli
fans.
fans.
It's like
Ay,
watching
ay,
Marco.
ay.
It's been packed this year. It's nice to see. We got people that have traveled all around. Got some friends from the United States that went over.
Marco, another question for you. Which team will Marco like next week? Someone post the schedule.
It's Napoli until the end of the season.
Yeah, who do they
It's
play?
next year for sure will be somebody else.
Yeah.
Next year, you know who I would love?
Oh, here we go.
And now we're already going far away. Because, again, what do I like? I like that not the same team wins every year.
Bologna.
I would love. I'm a little bit more
Oh,
realistic
great
than that.
play.
Roma.
Roma.
Roma would be a dream for me to see them win the Scudetto. Or Atalanta again.
It's hard not to like Roma and Claudio Ranieri
Yes.
and the sort of the
Yeah, but Ranieri's not going to be there
stability
next
he
season.
brought.
Could they
He'll
win the
be
Europa
involved.
League, though?
That would be a dream come true.
Where's the run?
Come on,
he's in.
Rafa.
Oh, what is
going
wrong with him? He's
on?
got ice skates on today.
Grella, it's like with the bad shoes. Maybe he's got the wrong cleats on in the
Oh,
first
that's a
half.
foul.
When he
He's
slips
played the
over.
advantage.
Come on,
He's played the
come on,
advantage.
come on, Spina.
Take
Come
him to the
on, Spina.
byline. Take him
Come
to the
on, Spina.
byline. Take him to the byline. Ah, he's got ice skates
They
on
put
or
in
what?
pressure. Now
And
they're
this is
putting
what I'm
pressure.
saying. You're
Now
saying
they're
Inter
putting
will be
pressure.
happy because they're winning 1-0. But that's if you don't have eyes on the front of your head. Because they're
a foul
inviting
shot.
Napoli into their box to create these situations. Raspadori now has had 2 very good chances. Napoli has been the better team in this first half by a mile. And if this trend continues, Napoli will win this match of football. That's how football works. You go
You have
out there
get into
to
the
try
half.
to accomplish
You have to get into the half.
the bullet points of what you tried to accomplish, what you worked on all week, what you worked on all season. And Napoli are doing a good job of that, and Inter are not.
Napoli have played well.
They started
They've
growing
played
now.
well. But still, game of 2 halves. We've seen it a lot.
Any more comments, Marco, on the chat?
There's a new poll. Who's happier for people to vote in? I'm going to put Grella down as Napoli.
Who's happier? Oh,
Peter says that Bologna is no more unrealistic than Roma for the title next year. Nah, I don't know if I agree with that.
Bologna, what? Realistic?
He's saying Bologna is more realistic than Roma. Because I said Roma is more realistic than a Bologna.
And that's your love for Italiano.
Oh.
I know, that's why
He's
I thought you were
he's the
going to say
man.
that.
That's another guy.
That's why he loves
I
Italiano.
love him. And now they're starting to realize
Who's your favourite manager? If you could only pick one in Serie A.
Conte, for sure. I've always loved Conte. Because when you experience...
Because it's Italiano,
Why?
then it was Thiago Motta.
But I'll tell you why. The years...
He's Thiago
when
Motta, a psychiatrist. You didn't know that?
When he brought Juventus back, this is dangerous from Napoli.
Look at the quality of that ball, though.
Dangerous.
Inter
Can't
can't
lose those
keep possession
balls.
right now. Struggling to keep the ball.
I'd love to know, and if someone in the back can tell me, what the average amount of passes Inter have in the first half of most of their matches and what they've had in this match, passes completed.
They've struggled to
Because
keep
I would imagine that
possession.
it's all-time lows.
What is that from McTominay? That's such a silly way to lose the ball.
They can't keep the ball right now. Look,
I mean,
see, giving the ball away so cheaply. It's not your vintage Inter performance we've seen so far, controlled.
Yeah, but then Napoli do this.
What are
got
you
mistakes
complaining
in the
about?
back.
That Rahmani kicked it out of play?
No, that
Last
they
week
make
he kicked it
mistakes in
his
the
own
back.
goal.
Exactly.
Better that he kicked it out.
Marco wishes he wasn't here right now with us. You know that. Wants to be
No,
by himself.
No, he wants to
of
sit
you.
in the
Somewhere.
room that he
Just some
sits
of
in
you.
every week by himself where Napoli have been
Had
winning.
good luck with that.
I can see the intensity in Marco right now watching this game. Oh, what a block.
That was like a little
That is
conveyor,
fantastic.
belt of back heels there.
Defending with your lives, as they say.
Do you think that both teams will be happy with a point today, though, realistically?
Yeah.
I think.
I think
Napoli,
both
it's good.
teams will be happy with a point.
I think Inter feel the ability to kill it off. But then, of course, you could always say, oh, we're away from home and we got a point in Napoli. They'll justify it. But this is an opportunity for Inter to kill off the Scudetto.
But like you guys said,
nobody there.
there's still a lot of tough fixtures ahead for both sides.
Yeah, who
So a
was it
point
who has
would
the more
be-
favourable one? Napoli have the
I would
more
say
Napoli have
Napoli
the
have
more favourable one.
they actually have a very favorable one.
So that's why Napoli will be happy with a
Nigel-
point. A point wouldn't be a bad result for Napoli in the long run.
That's why for Inter, now is your opportunity to kill that momentum. If you get a Napoli that comes off three draws and 1 loss, and now you win right now, that would end Napoli.
Look at this
Winless
challenge.
in
Look at this
5.
challenge here. Look at this challenge here. McTominay
That's
on
his
Bisek.
second one.
That's the second one, which is okay, but you haven't carded him yet. Still. So now he's going to smash through the back of somebody else in 5 minutes and create a foul or stop a counter. And if you continue not to book the players, it affects the game.
so-
But you have to be consistent with it. That's the thing. The referee hasn't been consistent because now it's going to be difficult for
He's
him to book
murdered
other players.
Dumfries, and he's just murdered Bisek.
Grella, in fact, that happened to your Italian boy against Forest. Calafiore, he got a yellow card against Forest in the first 5 seconds of the game, had to come off at half-time.
It affects the way you play.
He had to get yellow card. Did you see what he did?
he was playing rugby.
He got burned.
I thought he was going to get sent off, actually, at one point.
It's one of them ones there now. The fans have to really get involved in the second half if Napoli can have a chance to get into it. You know, whenever you say to people and understand about the importance of football and fans, the relationship with fans and football players, it's so hard as a player to put it into words when you're playing big games and big occasions like this. And especially with the fans knowing what's at stake as well. Every pass, every tackle you make, the cheer they give you, the adrenaline that pumps in you, and then that feeling of invincibility that you get as a player is phenomenal.
It's incredible. I mean, the flip of it is what happens at Man United, or even like Juventus when they were losing to Empoli, whistles the entire time. And fans telling you, like, we're not behind you. We don't support it. And that makes it difficult as a player. When you're getting whistles every time, it's impossible to have the confidence. Like, Vlahovic looked void. Nico Gonzalez looked void of all confidence. They had nothing.
But then they say that you don't know how it feels to win until you know how it feels to lose. So unless you go through those situations as well, you're never going to know what it's like to go through the euphoric situations of when the fans are behind you. Just unbelievable feeling. You can never put it into words.
Napoli's been interesting because there's been certain games where in the second half they've looked like they have more life because of the fitness that Conte has. But then in the last matches, the second half, they've almost been holding on for dear life. Like the game against Como, they were brilliant in the first half. In the second half, I said, okay, a lot more of the same, and they looked tired. So I don't know what the second half can look like from Napoli.
I think for me, the one thing I would say I would look at is probably bringing on Billing.
Yeah.
I think Billing would be the change that you make to bring on chasing those games, more risk, getting in behind legs, because they're controlling possession. Inter are definitely not controlling this game. Again, like you said, they will be the happier team just for the fact of being away from home.
The goal,
an individual moment, a spectacular individual
He also
moment.
doesn't have many other options besides Billing.
And that's almost
Who else is he gonna
the
throw
goal hurt Inter, though, for sure.
Oh, look at that. That's great touch. Now get in the box, Lukaku. Get in. Go on, son.
Nobody. Oh, we still got it. Spinazzola.
Just put it in the box. I
Do
can't
they have a
stand
guy
when
that can
players
do a
do
1v1?
this sometimes, right? All of that to do that. Oh, okay.
Oh my God, Lukaku, you gotta score. It takes a deflection, right?
Yeah, it's really
Great
good defender from
defending.
Bastoni, I think.
Wow.
Well done for
Bastoni or
Raspadori
Trevor?
to get that ball in the box.
Who was that defender?
Bastoni, I think.
They gotta score here. Score before the half.
How frustrated do you get when players do that? You know, back in the day, they used to say, if you give good player that yard of space, they'll just open up their hip, bang, right on the money.
Another thing, once you slow down as an attacking player, you give the advantage to the defender because it's much easier to defend you if you slow
100%.
down.
But sometimes
the advantage you have is
open
when
up.
you go with speed. I mean, this ball's just bouncing around the six for the entirety of the first
I
half.
thought they made a tackle.
He got up.
Yeah, he did get up. Another corner.
Good corner again.
Got up, not as fast as Marco got up, though.
Still waiting for those sandwiches, Poppy.
Hey, you got seatbelts back there? We need a seatbelt for
I
Marco.
heard Nigel's going to get them, actually.
No, I'm just saying that we're still waiting for those sandwiches. Why are you trying to throw me under the bus?
You threw her under
I
the
didn't
bus.
tell you to go and get them. I just said, are we still waiting
He
for those
said,
sandwiches?
We're still waiting for them.
We
Let's
still
not get
waiting
them.
for
Let's not
them.
get them.
This is like watching the
Two-person
Euro
job.
final all over again, watching these two self-implode.
That's true. And Inter and England went up in that game. As well.
That's what I was saying. It's like watching that again.
Oh, that's such a good
it
ball.
is
Raspadori's been such a good.
Let's see this. That is what you call,
Bastoni.
that is defending.
It is Bastoni.
That is
with
fantastic.
his knee, with his right
Great
knee.
save, great defending.
That's incredible.
But Raspadori's
So
been
close.
sharp.
Incredible.
Raspadori's been so sharp.
but-
He's been a good addition into the lineup.
You know,
He's the most
when you
informed
look at
player
that,
in this side.
Yeah.
but you know
Looks
when
sharp.
you look at that again, well, nah, I mean, he does well to get back in.
If you don't give them
Di
a
Lorenzo.
Tamane one on the other side, you can't give that.
You know that defending there by Raspadori, I just want to make a point of, when you talk about kids and tell them about defending, sometimes when they get in them situations, players get told to be in certain space and areas, and they're so worried about the space. And I always say, space doesn't score. If you're a defender defending the box and you're not close to a striker, then you're not doing your job. And
Space
Raspadori
doesn't
doing that, space doesn't score. It's the man that scores. So Raspadori being close to Lukaku and doing that and being able to put a body there, that's
Bastoni.
what makes it,
Yeah.
Bastoni, sorry. That's what makes it so
Can we
good.
see it? Can we see it? I would love to see the tackle again. It's absolutely incredible. There's a great comment here from Doug again. He says Bastoni won't go down as a goal, but we should value it like a goal because of how important it is. It's absolutely
Another
correct.
corner.
Napoli have had
Ball was
so
gonna
many
go in.
corners.
And Napoli are piling the
do anything
pressure.
with
This
the
is one of the
corners.
worst first half
They don't
Inter
do
have
anything
played
with the
in
corners.
the entire season. This has been so poor from them. There's only one team playing in the first half, and it's Napoli.
Doesn't mean anything unless they get the result.
Come on, McTominay. This
You
is
would
you,
think as
McTominay.
well,
Now,
Napoli, with all the
perfect
height they've
time.
got in their team, they should
They
be
need
a
a
lot
goal
more
here would do
dangerous
so
in
much.
set pieces, right?
Come on, McTominay.
The delivery,
Nobody.
man. I tell you, if you don't
None
have
of
good
them have
delivery in set pieces, you've got no chance.
None of them have been good enough.
Delivery's been poor.
McTominay playing like he's back at United.
Does that mean good or bad?
He scored a lot of goals last year. FA Cup, he had a crucial one too, right?
He was a
He
bit.
got a
was
lot
their-
of vital goals
he
for
was
Manchester
their
United when he
silver
was
lining
playing.
for a lot
Yeah,
that
he was.
season.
He saved a lot of points for Manchester United and Eric Ten Hag.
Super
I think he'd
Scott.
rather be here than
Yeah,
at
no.
Manchester United. At least
I
he's fighting for a title.
I watched him a couple of weeks back. He put his head in places that most people would never. For the team, for his boys, for the result, and so for that you have to respect him for sure. He works hard and he's not afraid.
Oh, this is dangerous. This could be it all. This could be it all from Inter. Goes out for a corner kick. That's where it's so dangerous. They can hit you out with their wing backs who run in like wingers. Great flick from Thuram. Di Marco gets to it. Politano forced to.
It's good. Great defending again. Who is that coming across? Buongiorno. Fantastic defending from him.
What a difference they are with him. When he was out for a while, Napoli really struggled. They were putting Juan Jesus in matches.
Juan Jesus
Night
was
and
good.
day.
Juan Jesus was good when he came in this season. He was been decent for
He had
them.
a couple good games, and then it went back to reality.
Dude, a lot of his balls actually with his left foot, oddly enough. He was like down the left side. There was really some good service from him from that back position.
Who is happier with the first half so far? The results are in. 60% says Inter, 39% says Napoli.
Grella is on the Napoli side.
And that's why those people are sitting at home watching from the TV.
Be nice to our viewers.
This will
Last
be
chance.
such a gut punch
Yeah.
if Inter score on this, though.
It would be a sneaky, sneaky gut punch.
Grella will say that Napoli will still be the happier of the two.
It hasn't been
That's it.
bad, though, has it, from
No, it
Napoli?
hasn't.
So at the break, Inter up by a goal at the Maradona. Thanks so much for joining us for the watch along. We've got the second half that's still to come, but we've got much more after the break. We'll bring you all the first half highlights, which are on the way next. We'll be back in just a second. Welcome along, everybody, to the Heineken halftime report. It is good to have you with us. It is halftime at the Maradona, and it's Inter 1, Napoli 0 so far in this Scudetto decider. I'm Poppy Miller alongside Nigel Reo-Coker, Mike Grella and Marco Messina. Let's show you what's been happening so far. It's 1-2 in the table today. Atalanta, they came into the day having the chance to overtake both of these teams and take top spot of the table coming into this match. But so far, it is Inter that had the best of the chances early on, 20 minutes in. Let's have a look at this from Denzel Dumfries.
They like crime here. Dumfries heads the ball, and then McTominay comes in after the play, smashes him, doesn't touch the ball, doesn't touch anything, elbow to the back of the head. No call, no yellow, no nothing. I'm surprised.
And then this is where the deadlock was broke. Federico Di Marco, one of the best left feet in football, scores from a direct free kick. What quality he has from here. And we thought a lot of things that Inter could do, but I did not think from a set piece. And this is the way that they opened the game at the Maradona.
You'd have to say from that moment on, game on, Napoli really grew into the game, getting a lot more possession, and this was a great opportunity by Lukaku there. Wow. Really tries to adjust. It comes over his head, onto his left foot, and does ever so well to adjust and get something on it. Just off it goes on the opposite side. Great chance.
35th minute, this one falls to Raspadori. The ball is perfect for him. It pulls out the two center backs and the goalkeeper, and then watch what happens here. Just a really awkward cadence he gets himself into. He does everything. The run is great. He's been such a great addition into the starting lineup, but gets that particular play wrong.
And how about this for a chance? And it's some great defending here. Raspadori so quick to put this ball into danger, and it falls to Lukaku. But check out this defending from Bastoni. That's as good as a goal. The margins were thin, but it's been an incredible first half from Nucci's perspective.
It really has. The margins are so thin. This is a look at how thin they are. Inter, with the way things stand, would be 4 points clear of Napoli. Atalanta would remain 1 point behind Antonio Conte's side. And then there is a big drop-off to 4th place Juventus and to 5th place Lazio. Let's take a look at the Heineken unmissable moment from the first half. Then it can only be this moment, and it was the best goal.
I mean, come on. It doesn't get better than this.
You can't, sometimes you get taught by coaches to say, sometimes you just have to put your hands up. This is one of those moments as there's nothing you can do. You talk about the wall of Napoli, big wall, they even jump, but that is just a top quality strike. No goalkeeper would have ever got to that in the top corner.
I always appreciate a direct free kick goal. You don't see them very often in football anymore. That's a beautiful one. And look at this from the Inter Club of Chicago and Miami celebrating the goal.
They are loving it. We're going to be back with more of the Heineken halftime report next. Welcome back, everybody. It's Inter that are up 1-0 at the Maradona against Napoli. Antonio Conte's side, they've had a good first half, though. They just couldn't capitalise on any of the chances so far. Good to have you with us. Let's welcome in our rules expert, Christina Unkel, because we just showed the highlights before the break, and there was that one moment, wasn't there, where it could have been a penalty. It was a free kick in the end that was given, and DiMarco scored the goal. But Christina, what did you make of it? Should that have been a penalty, do you think?
Okay, so there are two parts that we need to discuss, just so I don't lose everyone, right? There's a debate whether it should be a penalty, and then there's a debate whether VAR rises to a level of clear and obvious to recommend it down. So I'm going to start with the VAR angle on it, and then we can debate. Here, ball's played in, right? There is contact on him without the ball plate on a ball in any respect, right? So from a VAR perspective, you're going to go back and forth because the ball, once Dumfries hits it, goes reverse and doesn't even go towards the penalty or goes towards the goal. People are going to say, is that really something that you should take into consideration? I tell you, that is what would make the VAR debate about whether or not this is a clear and obvious error. So that's why live I said this is not going to rise to the level of a clear and obvious error, because for a VAR protocol, and that's why it was not recommended down. This is borderline, let me put it that way, but it's not yet a clear and obvious error from a VAR protocol. Let me put it that way. The second point, do I think this is a penalty alone outside of VAR protocol? The answer is yes. This is a decision that the referee on the field should be making in real time. There is no contact on the ball. Yes, he's challenging, but he's jumping a little bit more into him. And at that point, I do want this called as a penalty on the field, but yet doesn't rise to the level of a clear and obvious error for VAR.
Okay, so it's a penalty. So it's a penalty, but I want to ask you another question on top of that. Now, McTominay went through the back of him in that play, right? And would you book him for that as well? Because he went with his elbow and it's to the back of Dumfries' neck?
So when we take a look at any, and I know what you're talking, because that was another thing that triggered my idea from a misconduct, right? We're talking about the safety of the player here. Anytime someone's leading in with an arm or leading in, we're always taking a look at where's the contact made. It's a little bit more of his lower kind of left neck. And at the same time, at what point from the arm and the elbow. So it's more here in kind of the up arm as opposed to kind of the point part of your elbow or kind of your hand and your fist. Our awareness is raised to that, but the penalty is going to be considered just enough where you can get away without, and by say not get away, but basically we would probably say adhere down to no yellow card in this play. It hasn't yet risen to that level because of the mode of contact, the point of contact.
So you're saying it's different if I smash through the back of your head with this part of my arm than this part of my arm? I think I could smash someone pretty good with this part of my arm just as well. And there was another moment
when you take a look at the play and you see it go back into play, and you put it into kind of full speed. Is he jumping up and a bit into him? The answer is yes. Is he plowing directly through him? So that's where the debate's going to be on whether or not we need to rise yet to the level of a misconduct.
Okay, good stuff, Christina. Thank you. We appreciate it as always. We'll see you soon. Stay with us, everyone. The second half from Naples, from the Maradona, is coming up for you after this short break. For the second half of the Maradona, Inter at 1-0 against Napoli, but the big talk of halftime has been the penalty. Grella, you're very upset with how this has shook out, aren't you?
I'm not upset. I got people telling me it is a penalty. It's not a penalty. If the VAR, if Mars was on its fourth cycle around the moon.
Christina was pretty clear. She said it's a penalty.
It's
she
a
said
penalty.
If she was a referee, it's a penalty.
Like,
Yes.
we took 5 minutes to explain that it was a penalty. It's a penalty.
You don't listen.
Done.
You're not
End of
listening.
story.
You're not listening.
And McTominay should have a yellow, which would change the way, he's Napoli's best player, which would change the way that he can play now in the second
That's a
half.
different conversation. Christina basically said that the referee
And I learned
on
a new
field
thing. You can smash someone now with this, but you can't smash them with this. You can smash them in the face with this, but not with this. And then in Italy, we call this a foul. This is a foul. Are you hurt, Ray? I hurt you now, right? This is a foul. But I can smash through the back of someone with this part of your arm.
Though it wasn't. She said the referee.
At least the referee has been
he's
letting everything go.
To overturn
We asked for consistency. He's letting it go for both sides.
He has to, because he's put himself in that position. Which is
we
fine.
always argue saying it's too soft.
No, you don't. No, you don't. Because you know why? When two teams play and one is much better than the other one, and you let the game go rough, the team that is has less quality could compete in a rougher game. Because they make it tight, they break down the football.
You said a few weeks ago you wish that referees in Serie A didn't call every little thing and let the game flow a bit more.
But now Dumfries is dead, half dead.
But not when it's against Inter. If it's a really big match, don't be physical.
If I smash you here and I'm late inside the box, and you get hit on the back of the neck, that's a foul. What are we talking about? We're changing the sport totally. We're playing rugby now?
Well, she's saying that it wasn't enough to overturn, which is surprising in some ways, isn't it? Because I think we're all sat here thinking we've seen penalties given for much less than that.
All you need to say in that situation, no matter who you are, right, and we love Uncle, is that it's wrong. He missed it. It should have been a penalty. Got it wrong. Done.
She did say that.
Done.
In the end, she said that.
I heard it.
I went through this rabbit hole of VAR.
Grella,
She's
she
trying
said,
to explain
in my
what she
opinion,
says.
it was a penalty, and basically she said that the referee should have called it on the field. But because the referee on the field didn't call it, it's not enough for VAR to get intervened. That's it.
I understand. So they got it wrong.
Yeah.
Yes. You okay now? You okay?
No, because for
wanna
me
do
it should be
the lot on the
booked
tie
and
of it?
it should be 1-0. But the football gods, they paid us back. Di Marco.
It is 1-0.
So yeah, it all shook out right in the end. I mean, they could have missed the penalty, but they scored the free kick.
I'll say this
Look
also.
at Napoli again, straight away in the second half.
I'll say this also about Inter. And by the way, we talk about every week, and Marco's right about this, that how great they are. They haven't shown that at all. They haven't shown it through character, through quality of football. They haven't shown it, right? We could talk about the penalty as a side note, but the fact of the reality is Napoli have played fantastic in the first half, and they've already looked to me start in the first minute very good.
You think Inter are just lucky to be up at this point?
But if you're Inter and you're as good as everyone says, right? We've seen you and your good moments, right? You still have the opportunity. Another giveaway from Inter.
Marco, can you sit down?
We need a seatbelt.
I think you need the seatbelt. So we need to get this guy some medicine to calm down too.
You're in the treble still, by the way. You can still win Coppa Italia, Champions League, and Scudetto. But you have to show why you need to win it, why you deserve it. You have to play your football. You have to hit on the counter. You have to show bits of quality. You can't play 45 minutes and not show anything, because in the end, the result will always come out. There's another giveaway. And this is exactly what playing into Napoli's hands.
Beautiful, Christian. Thank you.
Napoli have just been a bit toothless, haven't they, when they get in good positions? And all those corners, that's got to be frustrating in the first half. So many corners for Napoli, and they couldn't do anything with them.
They should be a team to do well on set pieces.
Yeah.
That's what I've said that as well. With the size that they've got in that
course.
team, I'm surprised they're not
They need
that good on set pieces.
Quality in the team. You would think that at least one good thing that you'll have is the set pieces.
But
and
the biggest
fact that
thing,
they're not able to take advantage.
But the biggest thing with set pieces is the quality of the delivery. If you've got players who've got real good quality to put the delivery in, that's it. They've got the size. They've got the size. They've got the aggression. I mean, Grella just absolutely hammered McTominay. Can you imagine him, what he can do when he gets on set pieces?
He's done it before too.
But you've got to get the delivery right. If you don't have the quality, it's not going to make a difference.
Okay, let's see what the second half has. Right attitude so far from Inter, with the same energy. Again, in the last couple games, in the second half, Napoli have really dipped. And that's been a worry for me. Because usually, the Conte sides, they grow in games. It helps them when the game goes on longer and they have to get back into it because they have that physical ability. In the last weeks, they haven't shown it. So tonight, it's the most important for them to show it.
Oh, there you go.
That's such a fantastic
That's
ball.
a great ball.
Borca.
Where's the support? Go on. See, this is the bit where I think they just mess around too much dilly-dallying. got to be a bit more direct, playing for a corner again.
This is gonna be a
Inter right
grind
now
for Inter.
don't look like they have an answer.
They're going to wait, absorb pressure, and try to hit out on the counter with their wing backs. That's it. And hope Napoli don't score. That's what they're doing.
I mean, if they could play 45 minutes and see this out and come away with 1-0, that's probably one of the greatest victory of the season.
It's true. It's different than what we've seen from them as well.
But the Inter that won the Scudetto and the Inter that's very good and the Inter that pushed Man City in the Champions League final, that was the Inter that continued to play for 90 minutes and played decent football for 90 minutes. This Inter now hasn't even played 45 minutes yet, and it's giveaway after giveaway after poor clearance.
On Wednesday against Feyenoord in the Champions League.
Look at Inzaghi.
Look at Inzaghi on the sideline. Look at him. He's getting frustrated.
He wants them to be higher up.
They look like they're playing against Real Madrid here, by the way. They've been pinned for 48 minutes. They can't get out.
But it only takes one mistake from Napoli to really ruin this.
Thuram and Lautaro have been ghosts in the front. They have to make something stick. I understand they're not getting anything service into them either, but they have to make something, try to make something stick.
These are the runs that I felt that Lukaku could make in the first half, just down the channel, and what happens? They get a throw-in or corner. He doesn't do it enough.
Who's ready for a coffee?
Coffee?
And sandwiches.
I need some food. Be nice.
Let me go. I'm going to go and look for these,
Poppy.
Mark.
It would be nice if the Italian hosts actually hosted us. Do you know what I mean?
I know.
Keys are in my bag.
Okay, I'm going to go and have a look for some snacks.
Now you
Front
have
seat.
to host.
Oh, Di Marco, you see?
Oh, boy.
You see? Di
Champions
Marco,
League as
he
well.
usually can't make it. After 60 minutes, he needs a sub because of how much he's running on the left side. And now they don't have Carlos Augusto and they don't have Darmian. So what Inzaghi said was in training, he's been trying Fratesi and even Correa as one of the wing backs. Or you switch to a 4-4-2 and you play a different formation.
I'll just go to a 4-4-2.
They've never done it, though.
They did it against Lazio. They went into that shape.
Yeah, but what? Once in
more-
the last 4 years, they've switched.
Maybe a couple of times.
But you'll still be a bit more. You'll be a lot more comfortable in a 4-4-2.
I'm not sure they had the pieces to do it, though.
It'll be a lot more compact and easier.
Bastoni's
Playing
defending with
Hakan out.
by himself. He's not great there.
Hakan and Di Marco out. And we see Pavard come in with, it's got to be Aslani, right? Didn't show who the other one was.
Substitutions on a corner set piece. Ill-advised.
You lose your
Substitutions.
your assignment
New
sometimes.
information coming on.
Come on, Napoli. We just need some sort of quality.
Play it.
We need some sort of quality.
And
Another
if I'm not
corner kick.
mistaken, Inter as well, they only conceded 1 goal in the Champions League group stage, right? In 8 games against you best teams in Europe. They've only
rotating.
conceded a goal while rotating, so it's a difficult team, can be on the day a difficult team
But
to
they
score
did this
against.
against Leverkusen, and then we know what happened in the end. Leverkusen was able to find that goal. They held out for a long period to that match.
I think they did this. They looked like this a little bit against Juventus as well. Where they didn't really push the game. They didn't close out moments.
Poppy's trying to find my bag. It's in the green room. Giving them the thumbs up.
Look at that.
see what
There's
happened.
a lot going on in that box
Went
there.
straight there, but it doesn't even make it past the first post. Mkhitaryan's right there.
That's one thing that gets managers and coaches so mad.
And
Whenever you're on
fans.
set piece, if you don't beat that near post man,
Again.
just a waste.
Quality is so poor.
They'd be better
from
off
the
just
set
doing
pieces.
short corners.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Now, these are the moments they got to defend well. But again, there's no pace apart from Thuram.
Be careful here. No,
no.
there's nothing.
Yeah,
There's nothing there.
no foul.
Nothing. You got to play. Come on, Napoli. This is the way you need
like
to
it
play.
now, Grella,
I
eh?
like
You like
this.
it?
I like this.
I like that.
Now, get it in the box. Now, for me, look. Just waste.
The quality in the final. It's all stuff that we knew, though. We know Napoli's biggest struggle is to score goals.
But sometimes
they don't have the creativity.
You say that, but sometimes you don't need creativity. If you've got Lukaku in the box and you get the ball out wide, open up your hips, put it in there.
something
Go in
different.
that near post, and then you have McTominay coming in the back post. That's all you need to do. You don't have to take those extra tosses and take
The problem
people
is
on.
with Politano, he's so left foot, dependent.
even if
He
he isn't-
always wants to go.
Come back outside, and Lukaku will know as soon as he comes inside, it's going to come in the box. He'll make the run, and someone else
And those
in.
in-swingers too are dangerous.
Inter fans, how are you feeling about this? Are you happy to sit back and absorb pressure and try to hit out on the counter like we're seeing Dumfries do right now? Or does it leave you wanting more? Balls out.
Listen, there's nothing wrong with hitting on the counter. It's a way of playing football. Many great teams have played that way of football. It's one of the most difficult systems to play against. That's okay. But you have to have quality in the counter. You have to have you have to show something going forward.
They did at
You can't
times.
continue to give it away. They've had like 2 chances where they broke
They did
out.
at times, though.
You have to show more quality.
When DiMarco made that run in the first half, he showed a lot of quality.
That was it.
Marco,
Zielinski.
That was
they
it.
need to get possession a lot more in this game. They need to slow it down. When they get possession, it's got to stick. Right about now, they're just chasing shadows. They can't keep the ball.
We got a lot of comments about refereeing decisions on the opposite side, saying there was a handball for Napoli.
We didn't get to see the angle of it.
Not yet.
But it looked to me like Lautaro's arm was on his body. But again, we didn't see it.
Marco, I don't know if you guys see it. It does look like Inter have gone to a bit of a 4-4-2.
Yeah.
See, again, overplaying.
They won the ball. They won the ball.
Overplaying,
They didn't win the ball.
overcomplicating it in the final
Why is
third.
Inter handball not getting talked about?
We didn't see it. We missed it somehow. I think Marco showed me on his on his Twitter, but
See
or
there.
X or whatever.
Careful.
That's a vital moment that we talk about, Marco, of Inter. Right? They've just won the ball back. You're trying to force it. It's not on. That's when you have to be brave and keep possession of the ball, especially in that midfield area. Slow it out, slow down the game, and take the sting out of it.
So we have the replay of that handball, potential handball, I should say. You could see right here,
It's really hard for us to
Oh,
coming off his
it's
thumb.
turning away. He's turning away.
Do you think this is enough?
Hard? Nah.
see. Again, the angle we're getting is like it's like from it's a difficult angle to say.
Is it possible to get it in the back wall so we can have a look at it?
And someone asked Christina Uncle as well.
Someone
See what
asked.
she thinks. No, I'm saying if someone could ask Christina Uncle as well, the laws expert.
What, you want me to call on my cell phone?
No,
right now?
I'm saying to our producers. She's not going to answer
Not
your
the last
phone.
number she'll pick up.
Nah, she loves me.
Yeah,
we,
all right.
We have a great
You're trying to play tricks on her.
Not with that tie.
personal relationship.
In the break, he's saying, yeah, it's not a penalty. It's not a penalty. Then when you come on, it is a penalty. You drive all of us crazy.
Yeah, because you got to outfox her.
Maybe she's outfoxing you. You ever think about that?
Oh, she's
Possible.
outfoxed
He
him.
thinks he's so smart. He's the only one who could play a game.
Nah, Christina's the best.
You do worry for Inter, man. You talk about momentum, how the game is. Look at Inzaghi, just on the sideline there, just so frustrated. He wants his team to get higher up, but you can't. If you've got no pressure on the ball, you can't squeeze up.
Grande
You need to
Kaz.
get pressure on the ball.
Here we go. Kaz is the man.
Long Island's
Make sure
finest.
you take one.
I want one. That's why I got
Hey,
Thank you.
Grazie,
Thank you. Thank you.
grazie.
And,
Leave him right here. Where are you going with that? Leave one for Poppy.
And of course, Mrs. Messina, Marco's mother, she made this, right?
yeah, she made them.
These are like one of the most delicious things
I
that
don't
she
know
makes.
what's in
She makes
these
a lot of
ones.
good
It looks
stuff.
like
Grazie.
we got some mortadella. There's some that should have cheese in it, some with just mortadella, some with both.
You tripped on the football.
but again, you
Not
get in the
bad.
final third in good positions and you've got no end product. What is the point of getting up there? And that's even when you're coaching young kids and young players to understand it about when.
No, there's more sandwiches right out here. We got sandwiches. They're on the desk. For anyone in the back that wants one, we got to save Poppy one though.
And then like when you're coaching young kids about getting the final third, you have to have an end product. There's no point in getting there if you don't have an end product, a cross or a shot, something coming. through.
Exactly.
There's no point in getting in and losing the ball.
See if Inter can calm the game down a little bit and hold on to the ball. Relax. You did say, though, before the game, you said that it would be smart for Inter to allow Napoli to have the ball. Right?
Yeah, but not like this.
No, yeah.
Not to come inside your box and
So
play inside
it
your
could
box.
be good for Napoli if they can open up a little bit. Their best moments have been when they've pressed and won the ball back quickly.
The point I'm trying to make before is like,
Lukaku, great touch.
No,
Inter can win the treble still, but not playing like this.
Some games you're going to have to, though.
Some
No,
games okay,
some
but
games you're
not,
gonna have to.
there's going to be big games and big moments against massive clubs. You have to show more than what you've done in this game so far. You have to. I'm just telling you because you won't have a sniff.
But if
at
we-
winning the Champions League playing like this, or the Scudetto playing like this.
If this game ends 1-0 for Inter and they win, we're going to sit here and say they were
won't.
so good at grinding the game out. They were composed. They waited.
They were not.
They have.
That's not the reality. No, not the reality.
But if
no
they
way.
do it,
Marco.
you
No
come
way.
away from home
They're not
where
gonna
you
win
win the
this.
game. You found a way to win the game.
Marco,
If they win.
No, Marco. It wasn't that they played well and they've cut Napoli open and you show so many chances. It's been an individual moment of brilliance from a free kick, and that's
That's
Well,
it.
that changed the game. that changed the match for them.
No,
if it was
they gave
still
them-
0,
they
it
gave
would
them
not
a
be the
1-0
same.
lead, but they haven't dominated the game. They haven't kept
Inter would
possession.
not play this way if it was
This is the
0-0.
ultimate. Listen, Marco, if they win this and get this result, this would be the ultimate smash and grab. The ultimate smash
And sometimes
grab.
you have to do that as teams.
Yeah, but
You'll get found out. You can't play like this for the rest of the season.
But they haven't.
You're not
They
gonna
haven't.
win the treble
When have we
behind you.
seen them do this? It's very rare.
like in these moments here, you have to keep the ball a little bit longer. Or you have to create a chance.
They look
They're
tired.
giving it away, giving it away, giving it away. Inviting pressure, inviting pressure, inviting pressure. That formula can only exist for so long.
Hey, eventually pressure bursts pipes.
All right. This is unbelievable.
Bino, yes, it's focaccia.
Man, this is fantastic.
Some homemade,
Oh my!
I mean, this
homemade
is
bread.
unbelievable.
And fantastic Italian hospitality. Ah, unbelievable.
We've got our big boss, Mike Nastri, who's mad he didn't get a sandwich. This out here, come out
Ooh, offside.
and grab one. I'm sure somebody could bring him one.
No.
It's offside. Yeah, he's offside.
Oh, mate,
Christian,
this
would
is
you mind
sensational.
giving him one sandwich?
No.
Leave one for Poppy and then take the rest in the back.
No. He doesn't deserve one.
Easy. He makes your schedule. No.
Oh.
We just
I'll
got
take
in our
Poppy's.
ear that Poppy is eating the Panera sandwich in the back instead of my mother's sandwich.
This is
what
disrespect.
this is
That's
what
I'm saying.
she prefers.
People from Nottingham, the disrespect.
Wow.
I mean,
My
I'm
mom
all right.
doesn't forget.
I grew up around Italians more so I'm all right. I had a lot of Italian friends in London.
You always got to take the food.
there's a lot of Italians in London, right?
Loads of Italians in London.
That's the one advice I have. You go over an Italian person's house. Sometimes you don't want to be mean and you don't want to ask for something. They offer you something, you want to be nice. Oh, no, I don't want anything. No. It's actually the opposite. You have to take something because then they feel good. Otherwise, for an Italian family, it's like, oh, I looked at it and I didn't want it. Or they're not able to give you something. They need to give to be able to feel part of a family, part of a friendship.
That's not what
It was so nice.
that's not what my parents told me. My parents, when I used to go to people's houses, they used to say I have to put 2 feet in one shoe. Stay still and don't ask for nothing. They used to tell me.
No. Not that you ask.
Yeah, and don't talk. You got to stay there quiet for like 2-3 hours.
Not that you ask. Of course, you're not going to ask. But I'm saying when they offer you something, you got to say no the first. I always say no the first time, but then you say yes. It makes them feel good. Poppy's eating a sandwich. We can confirm off screen. It's not the Panera one.
Unbelievable. The way this game has panned out. Total opposite of what you would have thought you would have saw in this game.
But still, from Napoli, I still don't see the chances. I still don't see the
Like
chances.
this moment here.
I still don't see it.
No.
I'm not happy. I'm not happy.
You know why?
I'm not happy.
Too much mess around in the final third. Because they've been in good positions and good areas, but trying to do too much instead of simplifying the movements and the final third option. That's the problem.
The lack of quality in the final third.
Had
is
numbers in the
shocking.
box, get it into the box.
The lack of quality. I would put Billing in.
Congrats, bro.
I would try to put Billing in
Yeah.
to bring something different to the team.
Play him high next to the
Press them, pounce on a mistake. Looks like Correa is coming in for Inter, probably for Thuram. I would assume.
Thuram's been a ghost,
No foul,
man.
no foul.
I'll tell you what, as much as we talked about Lukaku at the start, when you look at everything he's done so far in the game, he's had a good game.
Yeah.
He's done what he had to do. At times, he's held it up well.
No, he's been
made
good.
runs in behind. Probably could have been a bit more aggressive in the first half, I felt, for Napoli, but Lukaku's had a decent game.
It's not an easy task against
No.
this Inter defense. This Inter defense has
100%.
pocketed some of the best number 9s in the world.
Yep.
They suffocate you. They
Acerbi,
can play
Haaland.
physical. Yeah. The amount of times that we've said that story before is incredible. This is where I want them to win the ball. This is where I want them to win the ball, Napoli.
And then look.
With
and
the
then-
press. With the press.
This is where they
That's
go. This is
incredible.
where they're good, where
That's
they break
incredible.
here.
Lautaro.
This sequence has to
Amazing
happen.
work.
Has to happen more. If you try this sequence 5 times, it has to happen 2. 2 times they have to be able to get out.
Yeah, Inter's holding possession of the ball more now.
I'm not gonna lie, that was sensational.
How good was that?
That was. I'm not even a soundest person, but that was.
There's nothing better
Oh.
than the simple things if you do them right. Right? It's like football. You have to do the basics, like sport, to do the basics correct. That is unbelievable, man.
You know what it is? You know the thing I appreciate about an Italian sandwich in Italy or made by an Italian is it's very little stuff. It's simple. It's not a lot of ingredients. Sometimes the sandwiches here, they're overdone. Even the Italian-American places, they shove it
Way
with
too much.
meat
Way
and
too much.
cheese and
That was so nice.
It takes away. You're supposed to taste the bread.
Like that
You're supposed to
giveaway there.
appreciate it.
That giveaway there. That's a simple pass. That's a 15-yard pass. How can you give that ball away? Never. They'll never give that ball away. But under pressure in this match, they've been so poor. They've been so poor.
How do you break down? Look at everybody back from Inter. They got 11 men
do you know how
behind the ball.
you do that, honestly?
What do you do here?
You simplify it. You try and isolate in wide areas, go one-on-one, drag that back line deep. Because when you get someone that's taking the back line, not someone in the defensively on, the back line has to adjust with whoever's being taken on. And then that way you create more space for cutbacks and just get crosses in the box. It's chaos. No defender will tell you they want to run back to defend. Especially when you have to run back and mark someone and know if there's a cutback. It's so hard.
And I don't think defenders would necessarily want to.
How many times can they make a corner kick that doesn't go past the first post?
That's poor.
I would love to know.
I'll go nuts. See,
I would love to know what the stat on that is.
Again, like, where's the...
Yeah, but you're not going to score.
You're not going to score for... Oh!
Madonna!
Wow, what a save that was.
Martinez,
Jeez.
huge. Now the energy's got to come. Now. Come on.
Francesco.
This is the Scudetto. This is the Scudetto, Napoli.
That's what I'm saying. There's
Come
a way.
on, push.
There's a way to defend this, not to concede 500 corner kicks.
Oh my God.
And allowing the reshuffle these type of plays.
Again, great play by Lukaku. Not the first strike.
Comes.
Boom! What a
It is
save.
McTominay.
Oh, what a strike.
Wow, he doesn't see it too.
Right at him.
That I think Napoli even needed this. They needed to see the ball get shot on target to wake up a little bit.
Thuram was so poor. They just subbed him out for Correa. That was the worst game I've seen him play in an Inter shirt.
Yeah, but it's who's played well for Inter?
Nobody.
That's the thing. Nobody. So it's hard to just single him out because apart from
Defensive.
the two centre backs, the centre back pairing, Bastoni.
I mean,
Bastoni.
Bastoni.
Martinez, you can say he did a couple, held it a little bit. Thuram was non-existent in the match. But you're right. It's all the Inter. Like you could tell me Mkhitaryan what he did today. Nothing. Yeah. Barella, Çalhanoğlu, nothing.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm very surprised at Napoli's dominance.
We have the Inter club, Miami, Nigel's best friends, that are joining us live right now. Dangerous opportunity for Inter, but it's saved. How we feeling in Miami, boys?
Starting off, Thuram has that ankle injury right there and just recovered from, so expecting that he was going to go full 90 minutes. Important games coming up for the next time.
Nigel, your best friends.
Miami.
Where's Tommaso?
Tommaso.
Brilliant performance there. Arnautovic put
I
in
don't know if they hear us. They don't hear us.
I don't think so.
All right, we'll check back in with them in a little bit. Maybe Tommaso's mad at you. Maybe he doesn't want to talk to you now.
Tommaso. Hey, come on. It's fun.
The comments. Let's see what everybody's saying.
We all want a competitive league.
Plymouth have scored against City.
I'm sorry. What's the relevance of that?
Wow. I'm just reading the comments. Atza commented.
FA Cup. They knocked out Liverpool, right?
Yeah, they did.
Now they're trying to do the impossible.
Yeah, and I'm the fool that ripped them off for that Liverpool game. Gave them no chance. And I had to apologise.
But how could you know?
I had to apologise. Look, see, right, moments like this, take him on. Just run down the line. Run down the line. Everyone else has to adjust. But he's cut. Even if you cut to your left there, then put the ball in.
Oh my God, that's frustrating.
Just got to, see, that's
incredibly frustrating.
His right leg is only to stand on. He doesn't use it for anything else.
Frustrating.
But this there's a good chance. Onside there. Got to hit that first time.
Politano's been weak. I mean, he's gotten a lot of the ball, but he has not been dangerous at all.
Even the strike, he doesn't look convincing like he's got a good strike on it.
Bastoni has been fantastic, though, huh? Bastoni as a defender. You say he can't play in a 4-4-2. He's playing in a 4-4-2.
How many last-ditch tackles is Bastoni going to make? Is Acerbi going to make? How
Oh, that's a foul.
It is a foul.
That's a
Wow,
foul.
it's played
What?
And they can't clear the ball. They can't get out.
They
think we
can't
got-
keep the ball.
I think we got Tommaso back. I'm hearing he's good. He wants to talk to Nigel now.
And giving up unbelievable in moments, in positions in the field so bad.
Inter Club Miami. Do you guys hear us now?
Tommaso. What are you laughing? That's his name. Tommaso. That's my favorite Italian name.
Come on.
Tommaso.
Yeah.
What about Michele?
Huh?
What about Michele?
Michele. No. Too long.
Do you know we found out a story, by the way, that Mike Grella's real name was supposed to be Alfredo. And he
Alfredo.
looks like an Alfredo.
What, like the sauce? Alfredo.
Alfredo. It's a good name. I would have taken that name.
It's your grandpa's name? Was it your grandfather's?
My father's father.
Your father's name.
He does not look
Beautiful.
like an Alfredo.
He looks exactly like an Alfredo.
And my other grandfather's
like
name was
an
Umberto.
Umberto's
He
a
called
strong
him
name.
like an old soul, Alfredo.
Yeah, that's him. He looks more like an Alfredo than he does a Michele.
What's the meaning behind
I
the name
feel like that's not a
Alfredo?
compliment. I feel
It
like
is a
that's not
compliment.
good thing.
Is there a meaning behind the name Alfredo or anything?
No. I don't know the meaning. I don't know what it means. But normally in Italian tradition, you name after your father's dad, after your grandfather, and on your father's side.
None of us did that.
I did it. I named my son Miguel
Not you, though.
because my father's Miguel.
You weren't.
Oh,
No, I
I'm
wasn't.
saying none of us.
wow. Oh. And those moments are it there from Inter. When they get it right, they get it right.
But
Coming out the back.
normally they're more calculated, and
it's that
this
hold
is
up
the
play.
end of game here.
There.
DiMarco's
Bang.
work
What a
rate
pass.
is insane. It's not a foul. It's nothing. It's nothing there. But that's the thing with it's not a corner, by the way. That's the thing with sometimes Lautaro. You could see that he's not effective. You know, he doesn't have a goal and assist. But those plays like that, they wouldn't happen without a striker
Where he holds it,
like
yeah.
Lautaro. There's very few that do it
His
the way he
hold-up
does
play
it.
is top.
He's got like a
One
low
of the
center
best.
of gravity. The way that he holds the ball, it's so crucial for these wing backs to get involved in the play from Inter.
Little pit bull. Oh, was that it? Was that a foul?
No cards. This referee doesn't give out any cards.
I mean,
Can't even say the word not intentional anymore, really, is it?
but this is a foul.
Yeah, it's a foul.
But it's the same one in the box that we saw before.
Nah, the one in the box I feel was worse. The one in the box was worse.
I mean, and McTominay now, he got touched with the elbow there. But again, also, this is important to note too. When you jump for a football, you're allowed, not allowed, but you're supposed to actually jump with your arms out to make space for yourself. And you'll see here, this is what Bisek is doing. He's making space.
Keeps you balanced.
That's much different than that. He's just jumping and making space.
I don't know if Bisak's making space there. If you see that
Nah,
again,
he's making
Grella.
space. This is different, like
No,
the
no,
De Rossi
but-
to McBride.
But this is still easy if you could see and be the one coming from the side. From the blind side?
Yeah, but you're jumping, you're going like that, and you're attacking the ball like this, and you're making space with your arms. You jump, you're not jumping like
Ooh,
this.
Finally got some yellow cards.
To Inzaghi or to the assistant, actually.
Ooh, Inzaghi doesn't look too happy about it either.
He's a madman on the sideline. You know, he ripped his pants the other day when he
Yeah,
against Juventus.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It's not safe for this stream, but you could go search it up if you want. I've watched him before. I've never seen him within his box. You know, they have like the coaching, the lines around.
Oh, yeah.
I've never seen him within it my entire life. Yeah, it is Inzaghi to get the yellow card. We got a comment. Let's see what this comment is.
Well, it's going to be a long little break for this.
Yeah, a lot of time. Merit is getting treatment too.
You do wonder, though, if this just killed the momentum that Napoli had going.
Do you want to read this or you want me to read it? Grella.
We circle back to the tie situation because it's sticking out like a sore thumb. Mike Grella, what were you thinking, bro? I was thinking that it's Napoli Inter, one of the biggest games of the season, if not the biggest game in the season for Italian football. So you put la gravata, you put that little tie on, and you know.
I don't think it's that
nice.
you wore a tie that's the problem. I think it's the choice of the tie.
Listen, preference, that's different. I don't know who this guy is, what preference he likes. I like the tie, he doesn't like it. That's preference. You like those shoes, I don't like them.
You don't like the shoes?
No, it doesn't matter. The point is that I wore a tie because, you know, it was the biggest game of the season.
It's
At least you
just
guys didn't
the
wear a tie.
stripes and.
Listen,
Don't give it that one as the biggest game of the season you wore a tie. You know you don't wear a tie on the weekend generally. Look at his face now.
Is it that bad, though?
It's
pretty bad. It kind of reminds me of White Lotus. You know the new theme around White Lotus? It looks like that.
I mean, I like it. It doesn't bother me.
I like Grella, and I was just honest with my brother. I say to him, Grella, today you missed the mark on the tie. I think it's
What do you look? He's looking at us to see if he can make fun of something.
Are those shoes acceptable?
Hook up for my shoes.
Are those shoes acceptable?
I like his shoes better than I like your shoes.
He knows he's upset. Look, he's hiding them because he knows because he has a nice. He dresses very nice, and he's got some of the best stuff.
Listen, I'll put my hands up. I let myself down today. No problem. I'm fine.
You're honest.
This is me in the dressing room. Let myself down. I can be honest with myself.
Well done, Lukaku. Hold up play.
Marco, I can be honest with myself instead of trying to lie to say the tie is good.
I don't mind
to
it.
fight the people.
You see?
I don't mind it.
That's why you're real.
To be fair, my wife usually helps me out, and this time she didn't.
Oh, you see? We knew there was something.
Maybe
We knew there was
maybe
something.
there's something to it.
Something changed. I mean, it's not happening for Napoli today. They're not going to score today.
Hey,
That's
like
what,
that.
and in case you had never watched with us before, this is what he does every game. He tried to self-jinx himself, reverse jinx the
You
situation.
think what I say is going to change what happens in this game?
I don't think that. I think that you think that.
No.
A little bit of reverse psychology.
I'm just watching the game.
The game's done.
What chances are they?
It makes them feel better. It makes them feel better.
They had one shot. The one shot that tested Martinez.
And then post-game,
That's
it'll
it.
be like, I said it. I did say it. I said we weren't going to win. The what? We have a fan that agrees with Grella.
Napoli is not capable or ready to win the league title. The only reason they're second is because they play once a week. I agree, Azza. He's not wrong. The reason why they're there is because they play one game a week. If they were not, I mean, it would be impossible for them.
Yeah, but isn't that stuff that we've covered before and said anyway?
Yeah. Oh, that's a cheap
advantage.
corner to give away. This would be sweet. I would love Napoli to score here.
Do we know what the corner account is? Can anyone tell us
gotta be
in the back?
That's insane.
Please. I would.
Don't you dare get out your seat.
This was
They can't even get it past the first post.
a game of corner kicks. Like I feel like it's the day before the game when you're working on set pieces.
Do you know what's the sad thing is? It's a game of corner kicks of just putting it into the mixer, no creativity.
11-3.
Including that one, wow.
Including that one, yeah.
I assume.
I mean, you get past like 12, that's ridiculous.
You guys tell me more. Is a set piece coach is not a big thing yet still in Serie A?
Not anything I've heard of.
No?
Honestly, no. But when you watch what Arsenal does and the way that they win games, sometimes just by their set piece, it makes a big difference.
I mean, it's not just Arsenal now. There's so many teams who do different.
What do you think?
Brighton does it as
What
well.
do you think? Because for me, set pieces is about attitude and character. Some guys that you play football with are just good at set pieces. They love to attack the football.
Yeah.
They know where to be. They smell it. It doesn't matter how much you work on it.
It does. I think it can play a part.
Sometimes you work on it all day, but you have the wrong guys.
But it's only because of numbers now that we're starting to pay a lot more attention to it. But when you look back in the great teams and stuff who've won things, whether it's Champions League or domestic titles, set piece plays a big part.
No, set piece definitely plays a big part. But what's more important, working on your set pieces or having the right guys?
Well, if you've got the right coach who knows the strengths of the players that you have, you can work and you have the right guys. That's what I'm saying. So sometimes if you're not a big team, there's no point in putting balls in a mixer. If you do different ones where it's short set pieces to try and make things happen, then it's worth doing. That's the whole point of having the coach. I think with Arsenal, they've got two phenomenal guys who are willing to attack the ball, and they've got two players who put in world-class deliveries. I feel for a team like Napoli, they've got the height. The delivery hasn't been the best, but if they work on one or two pieces and isolate one or two players, they'll probably be able to get a lot more set piece goals.
Bastoni hasn't missed a step, by the way. What he just did with Politano to win this throw-in was amazing. Great defending to beat his man. We also have a poll. Do we like Grella's tie? They put a poll. You can vote yes or no. We'll keep you updated.
Are they coming for you, Grella?
This poor tie, man. It took a lot of abuse today.
Some people like it. Azza says it's a nice tie.
Never going to wear it again.
So, interesting sub. Raspadori out. Okafor in. I assume this makes him switch to a 4-3-3. Huge slip from Rahmani, but somehow
it
keeps the ball.
Lautaro sleeping there. What an opportunity that is.
That would kill the game. That wins you a season. That wins you a season.
Look at these second balls. Inter usually chews up these second balls. Nowhere to be found.
This game's going to finish in a tie.
I'm telling you. You can't play football like this and get the results. Stealing.
Yes, you can.
The reason why for so long throughout the season I didn't want Napoli to be in the position because people are like, oh, what do you have against Napoli? I have nothing against Napoli. The thing is, because I didn't think they played good. I didn't think they played good football.
Who's going to score a goal? They got nobody that could score. They have nobody that scores.
Today, Napoli deserved to win this game and be ahead. They deserve it 100%. The fact that Inter's winning is actually, for me, I don't like it. Napoli deserves something from this game.
Foul.
You get what you deserve. Oh, foul there.
How many set pieces around the box are they going to take, including the corners? 20 free deliveries into your box.
They don't do anything with it. They don't do anything with it.
So
what does it matter?
The game is 90 minutes.
I wouldn't say they deserve. Listen, Grella, yeah, they've been the better side.
Look at that.
challenge,
They had
though.
one great chance. There was one chance that I can remember in the second half. The shot from McTominay. Besides that,
yeah.
I understand. But you're inviting them to do 20
look,
free
Lukaku
deliveries
as well.
into your box. What kind of game plan is that?
So look at this now, right? From a simple set piece like this, they've got bodies in the box. You're telling me, right, you haven't been well delivery-wise. A little bit of creativity. You can't get someone to come off the set piece and play into the edge of the box, or just something.
It's going to be Politano not making it.
Those will always be the minority of what you work on, because you can only do so many tricks, before other teams scout you and then they set things up to block those
But at
things,
least you're trying something.
Gilmore,
Right about now, it's not
They
working.
could pull one out of the hat every 2 months.
Billy.
Your boy,
It's the guy.
your friend, right?
I know of him, yes.
You know, aren't you close with his team or something?
I know, but yeah.
Don't play it humble now.
I'm a very simple guy, mate. Well, let's see what he can do.
It would be
now,
beautiful.
if he gets the goal.
Now you're a Napoli fan.
Well, I'm not a Napoli fan. We talked about changes that could potentially happen.
Come on, Billing. It's going to him.
It's just too high and lofty.
Martinez does well coming out.
The
but
quality of the
so
delivery
easy.
has just been
Delivery's been poor.
Been poor.
And it's constantly, same thing over and over again. West asked, did Poppy quit the show?
No, Poppy's here. She's here.
She's just gone.
Poppy, it would be nice of you to join us.
I'm being told Grella needs a break. Oh, Grella's battery. They got to replace your battery. Oh, this is good. Don't watch the game with me, and maybe Napoli could do it.
Guys, I'm sorry, I can't leave.
No, you got to go. Listen to the boss.
You gotta go.
The boss said you have to come. Poppy, we're waiting for you. Fratesi and De Vrij in, Mkhitaryan and Bastoni out. Bastoni, what a performance.
Yeah,
Look at him, bleeding from his head.
Unbelievable.
Strange switch there, unless he thinks he's tired. That's a strange.
Stoney's been subbed out early a lot of games.
He's been good he's been the guy that's sniffed out that last little play.
I mean, he's just trying to see out the game now, isn't he? Shot up shot.
Oh, you think you want Bastoni in to do it?
Yeah, but again, he's had a brilliant game. Getting tired. That's so easy.
See you
What's
later.
up, Pop?
See you in a
Hello,
second.
boys.
Welcome back.
I've enjoyed that sandwich. It was delicious.
You enjoy it? Yeah.
Which one? The Panera sandwich, right?
Yeah.
They told me you had the
I had
Panera.
a bite of both just to see which was better.
Wow.
It was
I'm
the Italian
offended.
sandwich. Maria's sandwich is
I'm
the best.
offended. What do you think is going to happen, Pop? Is there any hope?
Honestly, how
is it just not their
frustrating for Napoli to have so many corners and not do anything with them. What was the number it was? I heard you talking about.
It was at 11 when we last asked. I think we had another one since
crazy.
then.
I mean, it's frustrating, but it's only the coaches and managers that's going to be able to put that message across to the players to say it's not good enough. Like, delivery is not good enough. Like,
Is it the delivery or is it who's in the box?
it's delivery. Like, they haven't beat the first man in most of them corners.
Yeah.
If you watch those corners there, 6 out of 11, they couldn't even beat the first man. Like, that's not good enough.
Yep.
If you're not going to give no chance to McTominay and Lukaku and the big players in there to be able to have a chance there. So you look at Philip there.
Well done. Play on Napoli. Go on, McTominay.
I think they'll be really hard done by
Overlap
if they don't
Okafor.
get a
You got to
goal.
dribble.
Again.
Crosses.
Again.
Right, the final third, the final pass is awful. Nah, too much.
Look at the
too
space out
forced,
wide.
Di Lorenzo. Too forced.
You make your own luck in football, as we say, Poppy. So at the end of the day, Inter have not been great.
Yeah.
But if they come out of this result, it's credit to them.
What's gonna
Whether you
happen to
like it or
your
not, it is
prediction?
absolutely credit to them.
Because you said this.
I think I said if Napoli, no, I
said.
said yeah. And for me now, I would have to say yeah, Inter. If Inter win this and get this done, they'll have to go all the way.
So, Nigel, you're going to love this. But I'm being told that we're lucky Poppy's here with us today because she received an award as alumni at her college, and we have some photos to go along with it.
Look at this.
Stop.
She started a young broadcasting career in Wow.
Why
Gosh.
are we showing these?
Your hair is so big.
Look
My hair
at
is-
Poppy.
That is so South Carolina.
Oh my God.
Look at you.
Wow.
Who would have thought?
They are terrible. I thought it was going to be the Bojangles one.
There
that
was
Grella
one
loves to
more
bring
picture.
up.
There was one more picture that I
No,
saw.
don't tell me.
I don't know if
I don't
that
know,
picture
Miss
made the cut.
Congrats.
Which picture are you talking about?
Either way, congratulations, Poppy. Were you really supposed to be somewhere else today?
I was. Yeah, it's our first ever alumni dinner, but I had a big game here, so I wasn't able to go.
But then you sat on the side for 45 minutes.
Yeah, well, I'm not
Eating two
supposed to be
sandwiches.
part of the live stream. I just came in to help, and now Grella's sat in my seat. Grella, have your batteries been changed yet?
Congratulations, Poppy.
Thanks so much.
Did you
Why
ever
are you
think-
being so nice to me, both of you?
Don't worry.
Would you say
I feel like
congratulations?
It'll come back one
You
day.
both just said it at the same time.
We're
to
in
me.
sync.
Uh-oh.
Something bad is
Uh-oh, he's
coming,
saying, look
I
at Billings
feel
running, look at him, play it! Play it!
It's terrible.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
terrible. The service from Napoli is
Are you
is
coming back
awful.
in, Grella? He's coming back.
Grella's back. They said leave the tie. I think it's Doug again.
Doug has come for you today, Grell.
No, Doug, I think is supporting me.
Sorry, West is the one who said
Poor
leave the tie.
delivery.
I mean, this is the story of Napoli's season, though. It's the inability to score goals.
Listen, for Inter's
When you-
perspective, this better be a one-off performance like this, because
Yeah.
if they perform like this again with other fixtures
Play
remaining,
like this with Barcelona, Atletico Madrid, Real Madrid, PSG, you lose. You
Yeah.
lose
But they're not.
easy. They're playing with Napoli. Napoli is, through all the statistics, possessions, shots on targets, touches in the attack in third. Napoli's in 9th, 5th, 6th. If they play a team in Europe and they play with this way, and with this energy level and losing fouls, creating fouls around the box, giving up set pieces, they'll lose 10 out of 10 times.
the amount of set pieces that they've given up today, and still they don't find themselves.
They got away with it because Napoli has very little quality in those positions. That's the key.
West is coming for everybody now. He said, not sure if Poppy or Peggy Bundy.
Who's Peggy Bundy?
I don't know. Anyone know?
That's what do you call me, Nigel? Penelope something?
Peggy Bundy.
It's Penelope for Thunderbirds, or what's her name? From the James
It's
Bond.
Miss something.
From James Bond. Moneypenny.
Money Penny.
Moneypenny
I
from
don't know
James
what they're talking
Bond.
about.
Yeah, I don't know who
I
that
got to
is.
run to the bathroom, guys.
Goodbye.
Maybe Napoli will score.
He ain't gonna run to the bathroom. He just wants to run because of Napoli.
He's got something going on.
Yeah, I got to run to the bathroom.
Something's happening.
You want the comments, Pop?
Yeah.
Money
I'll take
penny.
over. Let me see what everybody's been saying.
I don't know if you want to read some of the comments.
Oh, look, there we go.
Let me just see this Napoli.
Oh, no, go to the bathroom. What are you
Wow,
waiting for?
Doug says, best
Go.
crew in the world, no better place to watch a game. You missed that one, Marco.
What is that?
I don't like compliments.
What is that?
This team, they can't score
Wow.
goals. They can't score goals.
Okay, we've got it.
I'm very surprised at the lack of creativity and just end product.
Grella, another one. Marco's missed all these comments. Hey everyone, super show. Mike Grella, never wear that tie again.
Honestly, it's such a good talking point. Maybe I will keep it in the arsenal and use
Maybe
it.
you should wear it on the
I have worse ties for
on the
sure
next
too.
one.
I have way worse ties than this that I've worn.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
The safari and the Easter egg one is worse.
Yeah, the one with the all the animals on it that
Yeah.
you buried me that one day. I've never
The-
worn it since that day.
the-
A
what,
couple
the-
times I put it on and I go,
The Nigel
Poppy
Hillary
will come
one.
after me today.
What I tell you?
You missed it.
And who is it? Philip Billings. What did I say?
Wow.
What did I say?
Wow.
What did I say?
Maybe Marco did need to leave, actually.
What did I say about him coming on and what happens?
He's probably missed it.
But this
I
is
told you.
But this is
Well
what
done,
I'm
Nige.
telling you.
All right, so now, if this finishes like this, Napoli deserve all the praise. Everything. Dominated, came on to come back. 1-1's a good result.
This
but
is what I'm telling you. Inter wants to rob the game.
if they got
You
away
came
with-
to Naples to
but-
rob the game.
Grella, if they got away with it, you've got to give Inter credit.
No.
If they came back, you
can't-
got to.
you can't get
You've
away
got
with
to,
it.
Because if they still won the game, so you got to give credit because it goes against what we're talking about.
Marco, you've missed the
can't-
goal.
You can't get
did
away
it.
with
Philip
it.
He did it on
Billingham scored.
purpose. He
Philip
did it on
Billingham
purpose.
scored.
He's superstitious.
Did I miss something?
You
Yeah.
superstitious. Did I miss something? He did it on purpose.
Why? Napoli scored?
He's trying. Look at
And it's your boy Billing! It's your boy Billing!
I told you. I said he's going to come on.
Not
So,
yet,
He has to score.
But what happened? What happened?
2-1.
Oh, they're not going to
Inter.
score. What happened?
2-1 Inter.
Napoli, Inter's more happy.
2-1
No, this
Inter.
is the good way to play. This is how you have to
The
play.
game's
Hold
90
on.
minutes.
Can Mikey Grella is FaceTiming Grella right now, who we had on.
Don't pick that up.
Pick it up.
We said Billing had to be the guy to come in, right?
This is Mikey, your son. Hi, Mikey. We're live on YouTube.
Hi.
Pass this to Grella. Are you watching the game?
Yeah, Napoli just scored that.
Can you believe it?
Who do you guys want? Do
Are
you
you
want
re-
Napoli to win or Inter?
Napoli.
Napoli.
Bravo.
Are you calling to
Good
troll
kids.
your dad?
Yes.
Yes, pass it to Grella. So good.
What's up, boys? Hey, boys, we're going to watch the last 4 or 5 minutes of this game, and I'll call you right after the game, all right?
Yeah.
All right, love you. Love you guys.
Hey, tell me that. Can we go downstairs and play the PS5? There's only like 2 minutes.
See you, boys.
I love how even they're calling to troll you
Hey.
about Napoli.
Marco.
That's a good family. Do I leave or do I
see
stay?
1-1.
Why don't you go
No,
again?
2-1
Go again.
Inter.
Go again.
2-1
Go,
Inter.
go.
Should I go?
Yeah,
Go again. Just go.
Let
Go.
them vote. Let them vote.
Here's the goal.
And here we
did
see
you
it.
miss it or did you see it?
I saw it.
It's here.
Look. 2 bites at the cherry does it so well.
Your boy Nigel.
Yeah. We said he needed to come in.
But the thing is, when
What
you
a way
watch-
to make your mark.
When you watch him come in, and you look at him instantly in the game, he's running in behind. You can see the legs. You can see the difference that he'll make in the attacking sense. So this is why we say we were surprised he didn't start the game. I think it would have been a different approach and a different result we're talking about if he did start the game. I'm not just saying that because he scored, but he brings a different dynamic that's been missing in Napoli side.
Can I ask for a request from production? If we have the budget, can we buy that ball? I want to gift it to Mike Grella.
Why do you want to give it to
Can
me?
we give this, just in case they do it, please, can we buy the ball?
Socios?
I'm happy
If
Napoli
this one, if
got this goal.
decides the league title.
I'm happy. I want to see the team that deserves it win.
Hold on, I have the
That's
meme
what I
right
wanna
to
see.
show what his face is. I'm going to show
And
you guys who
this
Mike Grella is right
this
now.
game, Napoli deserves to win, 100%.
I want to go back to Naples with Grella and let everybody see him there. Here's the fan reactions
Oh,
that are coming.
Can I show? This is Grella's face.
You use that all the
Oh,
time.
here we
Here
go.
they are.
We've got the Napoli
LA,
Club,
New York.
NYC.
Are they at Ribalta?
Yes, they are. Tri-State, look at that passion.
So good.
I love it.
It's
I
busy.
love it. I love it. Wow. Napoli fans are some of the most passionate in the world.
is that why you're one?
Did you see? Nige. This is Mike Grella right now. Can we zoom in? Is there a way to zoom in? This is what him saying that he's happy Napoli won.
But Napoli didn't win. But I'm happy that
Sorry.
they got the result.
Sorry.
I'm happy that they got something from the game because it would have been injustice to see Inter
not
walk
over
away
yet.
with 3 points
It's not
here.
over yet.
Would have been really bad injustice.
It leaves the race really, really balanced.
And you know who's really thankful now is Atalanta.
Yeah.
No, I think that they're going to be even more upset.
Atalanta.
Why you
If
think-
they would have won that
Well,
game,
Napoli, yeah.
now they would have been even,
No, of course,
even
but
closer.
still, now you haven't at this point. Your draw is best case scenario for you.
Go left.
As much as I love Atalanta and would love to see him do it as a fairy tale story,
Look at-
I just don't see it.
Look at Inter pushing now. Look how many guys they have up top.
I don't see it.
Does anyone see a winner in this game?
I think Inter's going to win.
Well, I said 2-1 Napoli. I
Did
did
you?
say 2-1 Napoli.
What did you say, Grell?
Did you say 2-1?
You said
I said
2-1
2-1
Inter.
Napoli.
2-1 Inter.
I went for Napoli. You both went for Inter,
I'm just remembering.
and you're a Napoli fan. Allegedly.
Superstitious. He's got scaramancy.
Allegedly.
Can you get billing on our show?
They don't pay me enough for it.
Come on.
Get
him up for the fans.
Wait, hold on a second.
For the fans.
Did we nearly actually have him on the show? But then something happened with
In the future.
Napoli and
In the
all that.
future.
Oh,
Can we
no.
get him
I don't
on?
remember.
I'm just the English guy that was invited in here,
British.
so I'm my business. That's all
yeah,
I'm
you
saying.
English or British?
I'm British. The British guy that was invited here today.
Those
No,
sandwiches
he'll
were so
do
good.
it.
He'll do it?
He wanted to do it when he signed.
Do the fans want to see billing come on one day?
He wanted to do an interview
Nigel, why
with
don't
us
you
when he signed.
I'd love
get
to
him
see
on
an
the phone
interview.
after?
Yeah, FaceTime.
Oh, okay, Poppy. Now you're pushing it.
Send them a voice message at least.
Now you're
Nigel
pushing it.
loves a voice note. He
does.
loves one.
Nigel sends like even 3-second ones. Yeah, thank you so much. Love you. See ya.
No,
Bye.
he'll send you a voice note. Say, hang on a second, I'm going to send you a voice note.
Yeah, right. He's making stuff up. All right, Grella, if it ends in the draw, who is the happier and why?
I think at the end of the day,
It's a foul.
Napoli are happier no matter what situation comes out of this. Because I think they've learned a lot about who they are as a team, that they could compete with Inter. And I think Inter, what did Inter do well today? What can they turn around and say that they did well today?
Even if Napoli lost today, you think that, why are you going back in on your left?
What
There
a
you
tackle
go,
billing.
tackle.
And I got to tell you something else. Napoli looks slow and tired.
Napoli or Inter?
Sorry, Inter. Slow and tired and lethargic. And they make subs. Zielinski, did he play in this game? He came on as a sub. Did Correa touch the ball? All these guys that have come into the game have been so poor.
Which,
None of their subs have been
That's a bit of a
impactful.
worry as well for the Champions
Right.
League against Feyenoord.
Also, the Bastoni sub. We're going to look back at that and really question it. I mean, when he was there, nothing was getting through him. Nothing at all.
How many whistles and fouls and set pieces?
Other than Summer and Lautaro, Bastoni has played the most for Inter. He's so crucial in the back. You
And
know,
they got a big Champions League game coming up as well. So, oof. Talk about the demands.
they'll
on
be
the
okay with
players and
they'll be
stress.
okay with the tie at this point.
They'll be grateful for a tie. They've been battered. They've been battered. If they got away with it and got the win, no problem
can't
giving
get
them
away with
credit.
it.
But now they've got it could probably end up in a draw. They'll be
Napoli have
grateful.
got to do something with their set pieces, though. They've had so many dead ball
was embarrassing.
situations.
Yeah. It's
As Nigel said, the service
It's
is the most
embarrassing.
disappointing
The
part.
service
But
is-
Borca gets that ball back. One last chance. Maybe one last chance.
you
for
need to go. You need to go pee again, Marco. If you wanna
Should
just
I go?
Go pee again.
Should I stay or should I go?
Go. Look. Put it in the box now. See?
Oh, my God.
Watch. He's not going to get it in. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
No foul.
Oh! Is it? Go, where you going?
Mannaggia la miseria! Ma no!
What
Yeah,
an
Grella's
end
over
to
there
the
like
game.
this,
That
like
would have
this,
been-
Grella.
For me, Napoli deserved it. 100%.
What an end to the
McTominay.
game. Look at that. First one.
Napoli got robbed today. Napoli got robbed today.
Now I've officially seen it all.
Now, why it makes it such a difficult pill for Grella to swallow is Grella is a big fan of Inter and compliments Inter and how they are. The team. Yes, you have.
opposite. You think I care about Inter?
No, I never said you care about them, but you've been very complimentary into the style, the system,
that's
how
good
they
tie.
how
We
they
take a
play.
tie.
I wanted the
We
best
take a
football
tie.
to win.
They
But
didn't
the way
take a
they
tie.
played today was a
That
disgrace.
was not a reflection of
By the
Inter.
way, Inter so far this season, we built them up as the best. They did not beat Milan, they did not beat Juventus, and they did not beat Napoli. This season,
Something is missing from this Inter side.
they have
I
not
don't know
beat.
what it is.
Not only did they not beat, they lost to Milan and Juventus in one
to
of those
me, this is
games.
an unrecognizable Inter side in the big games.
They're supposed to be the
Having
best.
seen all that, do you still see them as the favourites for Scudetto?
Yeah, because they don't play like this.
Yeah.
Normally they play much better. This was eye-opening to me. If you're an Inter fan and
But haven't you seen this before, as to Marco's point, against the big teams?
against the big teams, it seems to me like they're missing a gear or two. There's something strange about them. And we've often said, okay, well, they're the oldest team in the league. They're playing a lot of competition. We're trying to find the reason. But I don't think it's clear. You know, Inzaghi's come out and said, oh, maybe the mentality or maybe different things. But this Inter side was unrecognizable for
Yeah.
me. The way that they were just like, okay, we'll try to hold on to this. I mean, clearing balls, giving up set pieces, naive performance, inexperienced performance, tired, slow performance. That's as bad as I've seen him play in 4 years covering this league.
Yeah, I think that's the
4
worst
years,
Inter.
In 4 years, that's one of the worst games I've watched Inter play.
Yeah, I'll have to agree with that. I think that's the worst I've seen Inter. With everything and how much I praise them about the players, the organisation, just the style and how they go about their business. Today, they were lacking everything that we've complimented from.
That's the
I
team
just
that
didn't
played
see
in the
it.
But
Champions
having
League final
said
with
that,
Manchester
if
City.
that's the worst performance in 4 years, they still got a point.
They got a point.
That's absolutely true, and they're playing in so many different competitions.
They
so
didn't
there's
deserve the
still a
point.
lot to come on. But I would say for Napoli, it's incredible for how bad it's been in the last month. They learned a lot about themselves. You said this really well. In the second half, to be able to get back into this match against this Inter, where things were not going your way in terms of scoring a goal, this will be huge belief for them going on
Don't
to
you
the season.
start giving it all that. You didn't even back them to win today. You just sit there and be quiet.
Did they win?
I'm the only one that
Did
backed
they win?
Napoli. Sit there and be
They didn't
quiet.
win.
You.
All right, stay with us, everybody. We've got much more to come after the break. We're going to bring you all of the highlights and the reaction from the Maradona. We'll be back with that in just a second. Welcome back to Matchday, everyone, presented by BetMGM, the sportsbook born in Vegas. Well, Napoli and Inter split points at the Maradona as Billings' late goal answers DiMarco's first half set piece, which was a fantastic finish, which means everything remains unchanged at the top of the table. Good to have you with us, everybody. I'm Poppy Miller, alongside Marco Messina, Nigel Reo-Coker and Mike Grella. So everything after today is all said and done, but it's unchanged with Atalanta dropping points earlier. Inter obviously remain at the top of the table. But Grell, you just said that that was Inter's worst performance that you've seen in 4 years. So in some ways, they'll be happy to come out with this in the way that they have, right?
It was terrible. And now every single team in